shit. What's up, everybody? We were muted. Holy fuck my face. I'm sorry. There was no sound because we were muted because I'm an idiot.
Hey.
Good thing Jake noticed, though. Jake noticed that there was no sound on the stream.
Always watching the chat.
Good call, brother.
I'm glad we were muted. All that racist stuff I just said. Oof. It would have been bad.
Yeah, you said a lot of really bad stuff that I am embarrassed about, to be honest. But I'm glad. Glad it wasn't on air.
There's a few people that deserve it, but.
Well, I'm just glad it wasn't on air now, because that would have been
bad for everybody. What a good end again. That seems to be the theme this week for wrestling shows.
Yeah, good beginning.
Start
good
strong, end strong, but kind of a shit sandwich once again.
It sounded like yeah, dude. I thought tonight started pretty well, and then it was pretty fun, but that was about it for me. I liked everything. It was an okay show tonight. It was all right.
There was nothing bad. There was just nothing exemplary. Nothing stood out besides the main event scene with Jericho and Moxley. That speaks volumes about the issues they're having, just like Raw is, just like other, they don't have a lot of well-promoted talent in the sense of there's not a lot of draws. Besides Cody, Moxley, and Jericho at this point, there's not much of a drive for you to tune in and continue with storylines. I mean, even Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, they don't have the same feel as they once did either. So it's a bit worrying. But
it's the problem is, not to fucking credit Jim Cornette with this, but Jim Cornette at one point was like, see how you feel when you see him every single week over and over again, type of thing. And so I think you're seeing a little bit of that.
Plus, they don't have a great depth of a roster yet either. So you're going to see the same feuds and the same people taking each other on because there's not many teams. There's not, at least Raw and SmackDown can do they don't do a great job of it. So I'm not giving them utmost credit either, but they can do a draft every so often to try and shake things up. They don't utilize their talent well either, but thing is it feels like, oh, we've seen this match and that match for so many weeks in a row. So
how about eye patch though? I like Snake, man.
Love the eye patch. I love that he has the bandage underneath as well,
and the fucking jacket too. Like, sign me up for sex
Snake
with
Plissken
Moxley
all the way.
Yeah, I like it. Sign me up for sex with Moxley. Yeah. So why don't you just take us through it? I guess because I put out a poll on Twitter to see what people thought, and most people were saying, I wrote awesome, okay, or bad. What did you think of the fucking show? And most people said okay. Nobody said it was awesome, really. Nobody said it was bad. It was a lot of just okay. So I think people really kind of like the show.
It's not about not being, people say, oh, you'll never be happy. No, that's not it. I mean, it's certainly more entertaining than what we got from Raw, 2 nights before.
Right.
Excluding the intro and outro.
Hey, Womp, get the fuck out of the chat then, you faggot. We're not bashing the show, you retard. Does it sound like we're bashing the show to you? I literally just said it was an okay show. Is that bashing the show? Go kill yourself, you fucking faggot idiot. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I'm shutting this off if we're bashing this shit. Get the fuck out of here. No, we're telling it like it is every single week here. That's what we're doing. We're telling it like it is. If you can't handle that, go fucking kill yourself. Like, are you fucking serious, dude? Like, with these fucking I'm bashing the show. I'm leaving. I just told you it was an okay show. Oh, do you want me to just lie and say, you know what, that was the best show of the year, so that you don't get angry that we didn't say it was the best show of the year? Are you really doing that in the chat? Are you really being that lame of a piece of shit? Seriously?
Yeah, no one's bashing anything here. It's just it's evidently obvious. It's kind of like
it was an okay show.
Night.
I liked it was all about Moxley.
Yeah, which is a great thing because in one sense he's your star.
I never called it a shit sandwich. I never called it a shit sandwich.
I did.
There's 2 of us here.
I said it's a bit of a shit sandwich, not as
you
bad as what we got
idiot.
on Raw.
So what if Jake called it a piece of shit? You're a piece of shit. You fucking numbskull. I didn't call it a piece of shit. I thought it was a 6 out of 10. Or something like that. Of shit.
I said a bit of a shit sandwich, crap in the middle, but really good ends.
Do you know what a shit sandwich is? What the fuck?
I never once said it was a piece of shit show. I just
said it was a shit
it wasn't
sandwich.
Great in the middle, but the ends in the beginning was good. Thus the analogy to a sandwich.
God damn. What the? We haven't even said anything yet. We just started the show. We just started. God damn. I mean, I think NXT, I didn't see NXT tonight, but a lot of people tell me they thought that was better. They watched both.
Yeah, fuck AEW. Fuck this pathetic show. It's a 1 out of 10.
God damn, what the fuck? I mean, Jesus Christ. WWE, oh, fuck WWE, it's a piece of shit. That's great. Oh, like, hey, tonight was okay. Oh, we're shitting on this. I'm out of here. What the fuck? It was at least a mediocre show. That's not shitting on the show.
Yeah, shit sandwich is not a piece of shit. It's an analogy. Easy there, killer.
Jesus Christ, man. There are some faggots in these fucking... The wrestling crowd is full of some of the biggest fags I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, there have a lot of things that have improved overall, and they're starting to explain things that are happening. All right, so last week the Young Bucks attacked MJF. So this week we're going to see them essentially try and get their comeuppance. MJF is pissed off, so you see him go to the Butcher and Blades headquarters, which was a cool idea, and deliver them money to take out the Young Bucks. That's a good idea. That furthers that story. That shows that he's not necessarily in charge, but they are his hired guns. And, it just adds to the overall tension between Cody and his friends trying to fend off MJF. Good job there. Problem is that there's no real threat with the Butcher and the Blade and the Bunny at this point in time because they've lost. They've lost continually. And even afterwards, after they lose the match, they're not getting their heat back. They're not, attacking people backstage. They're not destroying, anyone that they're facing after the fact. We're just seeing them lose, and that's pretty much it. They stomped on the Bucks and Kenny Omega runs down. And it's like, all right, so Omega makes the save. So why are we going to be afraid of, these people as a threat when they're not viewed or perceived that way? So you're hiring people that basically can't get the job done. That's the issue with the booking there. I know we can't have the Young Bucks lose all the time either, but if you're worried about both, then just end it in a disqualification and let the beatdown commence. There's, why am I going to, I'm not going to go out that you're not going to hire somebody continually if they can't, finish what you want them to start. That's a huge issue. It's a waste of money. It's a bad investment. What did MJF get out of, sending them all that money or delivering it to them?
I don't know. Yeah.
They lost the match and then they got made to look like fools by Omega and Page.
They made MJF look like a fucking idiot. I mean, the only thing that can happen now is like MJF fights those guys. Like now, like, hey, you fucking didn't get the job done and you're stupid. So now I'm gonna kick your ass. But he seemed to be afraid of them. Then he gave them money and then they failed. Like it was the funniest fucking thing. Hey, here's the money. Listen, don't hurt us. And then they go and fail.
Exactly. But this is not the first time they failed. They've failed every single week.
What is the point? Like you would think that the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny would come in, dismantle somebody, destroy somebody, and then keep doing it. Like for a few weeks. All they did was come in and attack Cody. After that was about it.
Yeah.
They should have established.
Remember when the Acolytes became the APA and you could, different stars would pay them money?
Yes.
And they were their, hired goons.
Yeah.
But they were effective because when you hired them, you knew shit was going down.
Yeah.
And you would see success from it. Jericho became the unified champion because of that. I mean, that was his first major title. They were effective. They came, they kicked ass, and they left.
Could see
they
why
did the job you paid them for.
You could see why you paid the Acolytes or whatever they call the APO or APA, the APA.
Yeah.
You can see why you paid the APA. You're like, these guys mean business, and
they had no allegiances to anyone. Their shirt said, "Don't take this ass whooping personally," because it was just about beer and money. You can pay them in beer, you can pay them in money.
But every once in a while, they did maybe fail or they didn't like quite get somebody or whatever. But the thing is,
it built to something.
But even if they didn't get the job done, they beat the shit out of somebody. Like they really did. So even MJF could have said like, well, I mean, like they could have like damaged something or done something. Like they could have lost the match, but they could have left one of the Young Bucks hurt at the end of it. And it was like, hey, they didn't win the match, but they did what they were supposed to, or they, like that type of thing. Like, but they didn't even do that. That was the thing. So that's what we're getting at with that. And no, we're not crapping on the show because, again, I liked the show. It was a little bit lackluster to me. I thought it was all right. The Moxley stuff was great. We were focused on that only mostly. Everything else was just kind of like, okay, it was pretty good. It was better than, I mean, it wasn't better than the Edge and Randy segment, I don't think, but it was better than Raw. Overall, it was better than Raw. Raw, I think I gave a 4 out of 10 or something. I'd probably give tonight's show a 6 or something like that. It was okay. That's how I felt about it.
I'm glad that they're still keeping up with certain storylines, and it felt less overbooked at times. That was one of my personal issues. And again, this is all my thoughts personally, and you and I go back and forth. But I do like that you're still going to see Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, who are on the same page but not fully getting along. They're going to take on the Young Bucks at some point, so that's good to look forward to. And they had the story of MJF paying them, the Butcher and the Blade, to attack the Young Bucks. So that was good. A little bit of story, rhyme, reason, justification. That goes a long way when you justify what your characters are doing. Explain their motivations. It's not hard. Granted, having them lose made them look ineffective and weak, so that's not great either, but it doesn't mean they can't be recovered. Then we get Nyla Rose and Big Swole, and I'm sorry, no interest in either of them. So of all the women you could have come out, you have these two, and somehow Nyla Rose is suddenly, contending to the championship yet again. I failed to see how she earned that right to fight for the number 1 contendership for the women's title, but these two, they just couldn't seemingly match up. The entire time it felt like they were miscued, mistimed, and they really just, it looked like a mess. Not a good outing for the women here yet again, sadly.
Yeah, I didn't care for it. Somebody said they liked it though. I had people sending me, and I'd kind of been like watching it and tuning out in my head, and I'm like, maybe I missed something because people were saying they liked it.
Big Swole didn't do a bad job. She gets that great moment with the headbutts and the super kicks, and then the cutter through the second rope was good. Problem is, she leads it up, she gets the flatliner, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, Nyla can just hit you with a spear after all that and get the power bomb for the win. So it made it feel like, uneven in a sense. And on top of that, Big Swole was obviously more experienced in the ring than Nyla, and Nyla just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, Nyla's slow, man. We watched that clip of the Dark. By the way, they aired that episode, and everybody was like, why did they air that botch? Why did they leave that in? I almost wonder if they left it in to kind of like be like, look, she sucks. Like maybe, so if they ever get rid of her, it won't be like, oh, you fired a transgender person. It'll be more like, well, she fucking sucked. Yeah,
because now their SJW tactics are kind of, going to blow up in their face. If Nyla hasn't been working out, oh, you can't fire her, she's transgender, you're doing it because, and people will obviously say it's because of that and not her work ethic.
I still thought the match was better though. Like I thought the women's match
was better than the Nightmare Collective tag match we had a few weeks back, and it was better than
that was their best
Statlander's match when she went for the title, because that turned into a clusterfuck with Dr. Luther as well. But I give Big Swole credit here. She did the best she could. But sadly, she loses, and now we have Nyla Rose taking on Riho for the title
again,
which
back to
no one wants to see. We're back to square one.
Yeah, I don't understand
that. That was baffling to me. I don't understand why that was their decision.
Riho and Nyla Rose are not good for your star woman or your women's champion. So the fact that they faced each other originally was kind of poor, and the defense of the belt by Riho has been poor. The women's division has been poor, and Nyla Rose has certainly been poor. And now we're going to get Nyla Rose versus Riho. That's just dumb. It's fucking horrible. The way, this is like Doctor Who all over again. The women's division is horrible. But the show tonight again, was pretty good. But so this was the second match. Were we on the second match of the night?
Yes.
All right, so we're right on track. Okay, as long as we're good. I couldn't remember where the fuck we were.
So, again, good action in the first match. They had some good back and forth. The double teaming Gutbuster was good. The Doctor Bomb for the near fall was pretty ingenuitive. The one part I didn't like when the Young Bucks were just repeatedly tagging each other. I think they had 3 or 4 tags in succession.
Right.
Just doing a simple arm breaker or some minor top rope maneuver. That felt a little bit much, but. Again, going back to that match, the one part I want to point out is I feel like the Young Bucks are kind of hitting their stride and style. They've toned down some of the like super antics a little bit, and they've gotten more into like the showmanship aspect of things, and I think that's working for them.
Well, yeah, last week they took such a departure. It was so much better. I think, see, again, like, there are some weeks where they need to have a little bit more than others. I thought last week was great with just the wrestling on the boat. That was fine. They didn't need to do anything. But then we think the weeks before that where they went full-on story promo every second, it was too insane. Too many storylines. I thought tonight was... I don't know, man. I feel like they could have used a really good match tonight, and then they could have used a better promo, and that would have elevated it. But like I said, overall, it was good. Let me go to the donation and see what you guys are saying. I've had them paused the whole show. My bad, man. I know there's people lining up. What's up to the chat? Who's wet and who's not wet? Well, I'm going to break something tonight. I'm going to break something tonight.
Donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
I'm usually against having sex with animals, but I would fuck the bunny. Opening segment was really good. Ladies match was the low point. Overall, I enjoyed the show.
I agree with you, man. Same thing. Same thing. The women's match was the low point again. Hazardous Beard, thank you for the donation, man. $9 coming in from the one and the only Hazardous Beard. He has the most hazardous beard in the entire community. Thanks for the $9, Hazardous. Much appreciated. Let's see what else we got going on.
Super chat. Super chat.
Since when did KD from NY go live for review?
Mike Amelto. He's been trying it out a little bit. I talked to him on the phone the other day, and talked about trying to give it a try just once in a while or whatever. Or I think for NXT or something. Since when do you give a fuck? That's the real question. Since when did you give a fuck?
Super chat. Super chat.
AU production and presentation getting better. 6/10.
Mike Amelto, again, back-to-back donations. 6 out of 10. Yeah, that's what I'm giving this show, a 6 out of 10. A little bit better. It's better than WWE missing everything last Monday night. That was fucking atrocious. Everything WWE fucking wanted to do, they didn't miss it on camera.
Especially at the Rumble. That was even worse.
The Rumble, like, what the fuck are they doing over there?
Paul 3. The future of monetize this.
The Goon. Paul 3 is the future of monetize this. Jesus. We're all in trouble, Goon.
Oh, God.
We're all in fucking trouble. Blake Paul the alien.
Super chat party.
Still at the arena watching AU Dark Sabine sucks.
Wow.
Cody's way over too many botches 4/10.
Cody is way over and too many botches. Wow, 4 out of 10 and you're there. Ernie Beware with a $4.99 drop. He's there and he gave it a fucking 4 out of 10. What the fuck?
I can see what they saw for Dark as well, but I could see why you'd be disappointed if you went.
What? I mean, like, I guess.
Kip Sabian and Cody Rhodes. Was anybody looking forward to that match?
No.
Exactly. So,
but just to see Cody in your live, like, it's fun.
Yeah, just to see Cody, but I think you would hope for a better match, better outcome. The match that they had was not great. We'll get into that, but
yeah, I mean that wasn't good. I mean that was in the woman's realm, to be honest. But
exactly, there was a lot of them trying to tell the story of everything on the outside. With Penelope.
Shit, there's a donation coming in. Hang on a minute, my bad. I don't know why I paused them.
Why can't they throw Butcher and the Blade a bone or two? I kinda like these guys.
Yeah, I mean they're featured. I mean, why wouldn't they have a bone thrown to them? I mean, their whole thing. I mean, what are they? They're useless. Brandon Brown, thank you for the $5, man. Much appreciated. And yeah, sorry about that. I guess I unpaused. They automatically unpaused, I guess.
No. I knew another one was coming in, so I just.
Yeah, I mean,
we
keep talking about it. It's like, yeah, this team should have been built up. The problem is they're building up everybody right now. So how can you build?
They're trying to, and they're focusing on everyone, it seems, rather than a select few at a time. Therefore, no one's getting elevated because you can't bring everybody up at once.
Right.
And why did Kip have a match with Cody? Okay, the rhyme and reason was he'll get through anyone. So, but shouldn't he have built up to Cody? Isn't Cody the top rung of the ladder, or at least close to it? Shouldn't you have to, knock down a few pegs to build up to someone of his stature? They're making Cody feel like a starting point.
Well, they've done this multiple times
for the next few weeks, but
they've put Cody in the ring with a bunch of smaller talent at the beginning. A bunch.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like when he's in such a prolific and high stakes, story right now with MJF. I know that they're keeping them apart, so you have to do things in the meantime. But it just felt very random to pair these two
in a match together.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have who cares? Like, wrestlers always have matches against random people. It's like part of the whole thing. Like, oh, tonight, Cody, you're facing this guy, or this guy. Maybe he won a couple matches on the house shows, and so now he gets a shot at somebody, or he gets Cody Rhodes, and I don't know. It's not a big to me. It's not a big deal to me at all. I don't know. I guess I don't see that one.
Not a huge deal, but I just wish some of the at least some of the other people that he's faced felt warranted. Kip just kind of came out of left field. It felt like an underwhelming choice. We haven't seen him do anything of warrant or note so far.
Guys, can we stop talking about JD in the chat? I mean, what is the point? Is the whole thing going to be about JD? Is the whole show going to be JD? Are we just going to talk about JD? Is that what we're going to do? I mean, who gives a fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, are we all fags? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Really? Like, how gay is this? I mean, you want to go fucking jerk off or something? Like, I mean, what the fuck's going on?
Nothing to jerk off there.
Well, that's according to somebody else. The woman.
Yeah. So, no, I agree with, who was it? Just in Cash Tropolis said, build star power is what I'm trying to say. Exactly. It just, I'm not trying to double talk myself here because I'm fine with random pairings. It just, Cody's in this main event feud at this point in time. The main focus besides your number 2 storyline of all of your company at this point in time is Cody and MJF. So just make it feel like a big deal if you're going to face him.
Right.
Early on when they had random pairings, it fit more because everyone was kind of, at a fresh start. No one had any storylines because the company was so brand new. You came in and everyone had a fresh slate. But now things are better established. So why not make it feel like a big deal or something hugely warranted? Like, if I get through this, then that'll be my chance to, eventually challenge Jericho after Moxley. That kind of thing. You don't get that, though. And having Kip challenge him it felt really random. So it's more of a note than a complaint. But
I guess I don't care. It's wrestling. You don't have to have a storyline for every match that you have.
No, but what does Kip gain from this?
Who cares?
And that's the problem.
It's just about it. Well, it's just about. So when Cody Rhodes faces like somebody else, it's like it's an elevation. It's an elevation. Kip is facing the top guy in the company, pretty much. So Cody Rhodes gets to get a victory, get on TV, get in the spotlight, and Kip Sabian gets to be in a pretty big spotlight too. And he loses, but he's in there with one of the best in the company. So it's kind of a win-win, whatever.
I felt like it took away maybe because I didn't care for the match because they had all of the outside nonsense. So that it really felt like it took away from what Kip could have gotten from this. If he had fought Cody and everything went straight out, like we'd seen with Darby Allin and others, maybe I wouldn't be as cross about it. But because they were so overbooked with everything with the outside interference and we got to worry about a shoe, it felt more lackluster than usual.
Yeah, well, I didn't care too much for everything that happened, but
exactly my point. What I'm trying to get.
I don't mind the match at all. That's all I'm saying is whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, it's less about minding the match and more about minding how it all went down. She's got the weight belt.
Well, a minute ago you were like, I didn't like. Why is Kip Sabian in there? So like,
I was questioning why he was facing him. It would have been nice to.
It's
to
okay
have a
if you
bit,
don't like that. I'm just saying I don't have a problem with it. It's okay if you have a problem. With it.
My personal opinion, I've always said I like story, I like justification, rhyme, and reason. So, I would have liked to have seen, instead of him being chosen at random, some type of claim or stake here, but at least if we don't have that and you get a really good match, then you're like, all right, well, but we got neither. So Kip's going to be forgotten about, and that's just one more person on the roster with no direction. I mean, if you from start to finish, you really pretty much, what do you get here? You got Penelope in the very beginning feigning her injury after Cody bumps her, and they're going for the kiss on the outside. It felt more like they were trying to focus with everything with Janela, which is fine if that's your main goal, but not with Cody. It shouldn't be. That's your top guy. He should be the focus throughout this match. He's a good part of the reason why people came and bought tickets. So taking the focus off of him to the point where Arn's on the outside, has to get in the ring, has to argue with the official over and over, and all of the silly interferences by Penelope time and time and time again. And it's not like, she's been causing a ruckus because this is their second or third meeting. This is their first off. So we never got into that match.
Yeah.
It ended up turning into pretty much a shit show.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't care for that.
And then Janela sneaks in for the kiss.
That. I did.
And looks,
I mean, that was weird, but I thought it was kind of funny. I liked that part. It's stupid, but I thought it was kind of funny when he gave him the finger and ran away. I thought Janela was pretty funny there. They had me at first. I thought like this is dumb, but then right after that, then he gave the finger and that was funny as fuck. I mean, it was better than that fucking. It was at least as good as fat fuck over in WWE with Mandy Rose. I mean, it was the same type of goofiness. So
yeah.
If you liked one thing, why don't you like the other? It's like the same type of goofy thing. But I did think it was funny when Joey Janela gave him the finger. I was like, and he backed off. That to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm lame, but I thought that was funny.
No, it was funny. I don't argue that. It's just I wish it wasn't in the Cody match.
Well, I'm going to turn members only on in the chat, so because I'm not gonna do this.
And I like stupid funny, when it fits. So that worked. How awkward must that be, though? Because I mean, talk about life imitating art with those three. They were dating, and then she leaves him for him, and now they're portraying a love triangle essentially on TV.
What?
I'm saying life imitating art has got to be uncomfortable for those three. Because there was a point in time when they were supposedly refusing to work together because that is Janela's ex.
Right.
And now she's dating Sabian, so.
Yeah, that's why it was funny. I mean, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Then we lead into Britt Baker. She's on the entranceway. And she tears into JR. She basically knocks him down, telling him, you can't even remember people's names. And how dare you interrupt me last week and cut the commercial. And I know you're aware that I'm a dentist because that's all you ever talk about. And you trash our division. You trash us. And, she wants him to be the legend that he is rather than just a sauce salesman for his barbecue sauce.
Right.
Since you can't even get our names right. She said she's the leader and the first person signed, and she would be around every week with her smiling face, which is more than she can say for her champion, Riho. So she's making solid points. And this was definitely a better promo cut than the one on the Jericho cruise.
Yeah, this was better. I will say that because we really shit on her. So, to be honest, we shit on Britt Baker. Like, this poor bitch, we shit on her. And maybe she found out, that day she was doing that. And, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I was thinking. Did they randomly just be like, you know what, you're going to go heel and just go heel or whatever? And then maybe, nobody directed her or something or didn't direct her good enough. Then she got out there with Tony Schiavone. And then she's like, oh, yes. And it just was bad. But tonight, you know what she kind of reminded me of tonight was a little bit of, Dixie Carter kind of tonight in a way.
I could see that.
Yeah, it was weird. Let me drop over and see what people are saying. On the super chats, I'm sorry to the people that are non-members that fucking didn't do anything, but I'm not gonna look at fucking that all night.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Random question I've been wanting to ask.
Yeah.
With WrestleMania season here, and I know AEW is still a bit new and all, but do you know if AEW will have their own version of a WrestleMania? Could this be something they plan yearly, or is it still too early?
I don't know. I mean, I think I asked Cody that or something like that, and it just seems like All In is the WrestleMania. I don't think there's really a plan for a bigger pay-per-view than that, than All In and All Out.
Billy, you cunt!
Whoa!
Frog off!
What up, DC Derek?
I thought the SCU tag match was the worst of the night. Don't know if I'm going to pay for the PPV this time. I want the bunny to sit on my face while I bust a massive chism.
Yeah, DC Derek, thanks for the 888. I don't even know if I'm going to pay for it. I might grab a stream because, I don't know, man. Like, there's something about it. Like, I wish that they would make fucking, like, a fucking smaller tier or something like that to get these pay-per-views. Like I can't find myself spending more than $20 for this. There we go. Now the fucking members are coming in. The true people are taking their true forms now. Right now in the chat. Look at that. Suck It Trudeau just became a member. Suck It Trudeau.
Fuck, don't say that it's bad. Liv, I will be going to the Atlanta show and I got VIP tickets for it too, and this was a solid 5.
Freddie Mitchell. Yeah, see, Freddie Mitchell, I thought it was okay tonight. And I think the thing is, if you are going to a AEW show, thanks, Suck It Trudeau. We'll get your alert up in a minute for that. Look at all the members. Now all the members are pouring in, the people that are for real. Because that, if you thought tonight was a 5, you'd probably think it was a 7 or 8 in person if you were there. So that's not bad.
Super Chat Party.
Brandon Cutler has a good theme song. Sup, guys?
What's going on, Jim? I might have to listen to it again. Yeah, the only thing left to do is sign up on Patreon now. You get all the bonus content on Patreon. And all the shit talking I do on my Patreon. Get on over there, man. I really appreciate everybody tonight. I am in a fucking mood right now. I'll tell you that. I have been in a fucking mood. I don't know what it is. It could be this Pepsi. It could be this 5-hour grape energy. I don't know if it's that. I don't fucking know what it is. But I'm in fucking... Maybe it's hot in here. I got the fucking heater in here. It's getting too hot, actually. In fact, I keep looking at it thinking I better turn that off. I think it's making me hot, man. I'm like in a hot box right now. This room is filling with heat, and I can feel it. I'm sweating, and like testosterone's running through my body, and I haven't punched a man in about 3 years or 5 years, and I'm starting to freak out. My insides want to explode on a male. Like I need to get in some kind of like a physical altercation in a car fucking fight or in a
$100.
What the fuck?
It's donation time, motherfuck boy.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich? Is he rich like me? Hashtag monetize this.
Whoa. Junebug again saying monetize this. He's been fucking... I don't know what's going on with him, but he keeps dropping these hints about something crazy happening on monetize this Friday on Corrupted Nation, my other YouTube channel. Junebug. God damn it, Junebug, man. Thank you. What the fucking Hundy drop? Thanks, man. Listen, everybody in the chat thanks you. You saved me from flipping out. No, like, holy fuck, party of a Junebug. Look at that, big show. The biggest disappointment ever. Oh, on the new year, we're going to get a happy New Year's surprise with the big show. Then we didn't get it. Fucking false advertising, Vince. You know what Vince should have done is put Linda in that fucking diaper and made her finger her box live on Raw. That'd been funny. It's a New Year's Eve party, Linda McMahon. She fingers a fucking pussy can. Put her fingers inside a puss and rub it up and down real good like it. All right, I'm sorry. Junebug, thanks for the Hundy, man. Holy shit balls. Junebug coming in with a bomb. What did you guys think about it in the chat? We got so many members in the chat. I've never seen anything like this. On desktop, it comes in green. Yo, that's some crazy shit right there. What did you guys think of the chat? Hit me up with the out of 10s. Out of 10, what was AEW tonight? I'm going 6 out of 10. Jake, what would you give tonight anyway? I know we're not done reviewing it, and we got a bunch more to say, but what do you think about tonight?
Probably a 5 out of 10.
Wow, okay. What? I mean, like, I'm only, if I was tired, I would have given the show a worse rating. I'm convinced of that. If I was tired, I'm hopped up on 5-hour energy, and I ate food and I drank a bunch of water.
Super Chat
Woof.
Party.
Thank you, Joe, for turning that off. Good Lord.
It's Costanza. What's up, dude? Hey, normally who gives a shit? But it was just like, I'm just tired of that. I mean, come on, bro. Who gives a fuck? I mean,
I got 24 injections in my head, neck, shoulder, and spine today, so I'm in a good mood too. And it's just, I was hoping this show would be a little bit better, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're not in a good mood and then you turn this on and it was mediocre, I could see you being grumpy about it. I mean, I'm not the happiest with it. 6 out of 10.
The hybrid too, Evans and Angelico. The crowd was so silent you can hear people's cell phones ding.
The jobbers.
And I know someone has to take that role, but it was to the point where it was like kind of uncomfortable.
Really?
And then SCU didn't generate much either, and it went on. I felt longer than necessary, unfortunately. It was pretty much all just to get to the Dark Order, promo that came afterwards. So I understand and I like that. I like the Dark Order vignette, if you want to call it that. You went ahead and you saw them on screen saying that Daniels is basically going to suffer. You went ahead and you denied us, so we're going to start to go ahead and tear everyone apart, your friends, your family, everybody. And then you saw Pac in the back. He promised to pluck out Moxley's other eye if there's anything left of him when Jericho's done, and he said he was coming for blood next week for Kenny.
Yeah.
So
I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought that.
So I like the two promos there, but that tag match was just again the shits.
Not a fan of most matches tonight. Almost any match, really.
No, they were just not great. It felt like random pairings, and the issue is that there's not a lot of interest.
See, I don't care about the pairings, but have a good match. Like
to me, it matters more, but. Overall, like you said, at least if we get random people together and they click, they work, and you get a really exciting match, then usually I'm not bothered by it. But if we have no story and it's not a great match, they don't have a good showing, then it's like a double negative on top of it. So it just makes it that much worse.
I don't mind having like a 6 or 7 minute match too. That's just to get a guy to a win, just on TV. Here's a win, get him on TV, whatever else. That's fine too. Like, I don't care about that either, but, like, don't have a 12-minute match where it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and the problem with that match is that, we had the entrance, then the picture-in-picture. Then by the time the match actually starts, then we get another picture-in-picture commercial. So the match is almost 13 minutes. But between entrances and commercials, you're looking at 20 minutes. And then the Dark Order stuff happens. So it was like, 25 minutes of showtime almost.
Right. Yeah,
22 minutes around there. So it dragged slowly.
Suck it, Trudeau. Thanks for becoming a member, man. What's up? Now you can chat. Now you have to be vetted to be able to chat. I'm going full Owen Benjamin.
Super Chat.
Fucking full Owen Benjamin, you fucking cocksuckers.
It won't let me become a member. I have Apple. Disappointed face.
Aw, Junebug, that does suck. That is gay. You know what? Go down to my description box below. The link is down there. I heard that might work. YouTube, go to I'll put it. I don't know if this works, Junebug. Give this a try. I'm putting the link in the chat to become a member. If you have an Apple device, I know it doesn't let you do it, but try that link and see if that works. That link might actually work. Little ass hat on a Boston head. Big Fuego. What's up, Fuego? There's a couple more members coming. Yeah, Junebug, thanks, man. Try that and see if that works, bro.
And 1001 Clips, in the chat made a great point by basically saying that, pretty much the wrestling fandom in general is overpaying $60 for, they're past paying over $20 for daily content. People need to understand
why
that.
did they tell us that Chris Daniels is maybe the leader of the Gay Order and Chris Jericho is the only theme in AEW for life?
Yo, Freddie Mitchell, thanks, man. Yeah, why were they hinting at Daniels being the leader of the Dark Order? What the fuck was that?
It was weird, but I understand what they were.
What if he is
somewhat?
What if he was? Like, why wouldn't that be a surprise?
It could be that he was the one in charge the entire time, but I think it was more
of the JCS.
Because they said that our Exalted One is very upset with you. So,
Thomas Bison, thank you for becoming a member as well, man. What's up? Yeah, appreciate it, man. What's up to the chat? What's up to everybody listening who isn't in the chat? It's going members only right now, but you can hit that like button if you like. It's all good.
So that was the third match of the night. None of them have been stand out or really that good. And then we get the main event, the Inner Circle. So Santana Ortiz and Jericho taking on Darby Allin and Private Party. And Darby Allin is certainly over with the crowd, which is great. I still like everyone singing Jericho's entrance theme. That's a lot of fun now. They had a pretty decent 6-man tag here. The Code Red looked really good on Santana. The coffin drop towards the end was done well. We know the Inner Circle is going to win though, because Jericho has to look strong with the title. And the ending beatdown on the babyface trio was well done also. So, and then Moxley coming out to save what was left of the faces, if anything was left, because they were pretty beat up at that point in time, was a good way to make Moxley, still look fearless, because the numbers didn't matter to him. He was coming out there, and that's all there was to it. Unfortunately, with Hager, it's still, I don't know when he's going to wrestle. Have you heard anything? It's been many months now.
I thought we brought this up last time, and we figured out that he had a MMA fight still.
There's no scheduled fight at this time.
Or he was,
but that's what I'm saying. He has no scheduled fight coming up.
I thought that, for some reason, I thought that he was out all of February, and it wouldn't be until March that we could see him. That's what I thought I remembered.
Yeah, hopefully, but
I'm dead serious. I don't think that he can. I don't think he would compete until March. But that's
because we know he has this, MMA basically deal where he's not allowed to get injured, and he had that basically called off fight with Anthony Garrett, so the no contest. But we haven't heard anything on the last news was, I believe, October 18th, when they said that he was basically going to go ahead and have to hold out while he has his MMA deals. So he's training the other 5 days, and he won't wrestle matches until after the fight to avoid injury risk. And that was the fight for October 25th. And then he was supposed to start wrestling after that, and nothing came of it. So,
yeah, I don't see any. I don't know. I'm looking it up. I don't see anything. Let me dive into the chat and see what people are saying. Looks like there's some more people super chatting.
Party.
What's up?
The Butcher and the Blade had a threesome with Jake. They made me film it. Crying face.
NK, thanks for the $4.99. It was weird, man. The handoff of the money. Here, take some money and then go ahead and don't get the job done, I guess. And don't even hurt the Young Bucks, really. In fact, the Young Bucks came out looking great. So it's like you got the Blade, the Butcher, and the Bunny, who are a hired assassin-like people, and they can't assassinate anybody. They can't win a match. They can't beat anybody up, really. They haven't done a very good job so far. And then you have, Brandy Rhodes bringing in Luther, the scary deathmatch guy Luther, and he can't beat up a woman who's tiny, beats him up, okay. Then another woman who's tiny beats him up again. That was his debut. Luther's debut is failing twice.
Super chat.
Doesn't make any sense.
Had to recreate a member. I have new debit card.
Oh, John Wills, thanks, man. Sorry about that, bro. Sorry about that, dude. Sorry, John. Thanks, John. Welcome.
Super chat.
I don't usually do this, but sometimes.
Kobe was a sacrifice. The Illuminati at it again.
Oh, God, Jesus. You think so? There's a lot of talk about that. We talked about that a little bit on Throwdown, but I'm just not even ready to go in there. There's so many different avenues and things and ideas. I have to read it all, figure it all out before I really get into it, because there's so many forks in the road of that, man. It just sucks that happened to him. I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know right now yet. But I do see a lot of weird things out there, no doubt. Or coincidental, or things that are really fucked up. But yeah, John Montgomery, thanks, man. Good to hear from you. And thanks to Junebug, man. He dropped a $100 earlier. Junebug, thanks, man. That was a beast. And thanks to John Montgomery. Thanks, dude. We got more coming in. I'm going to let a few more play.
Super chat.
See what you guys are saying.
Super chat.
Why don't you start reviewing NXT weekly?
What's up,
Frog,
Mike Hamilton?
Frog.
Froggy. Look, a black Froggy. Mike Hamilton, thanks, man. People just didn't care for my old NXT reviews that much. There was only a few hundred people.
Super Chat Party.
What's up, Junebug?
Didn't work, Joe. We'll try on another device tomorrow.
Okay, man, my bad. I mean, I may bring the chat back in a few minutes, so people waiting to get back in here on the regular chat, I may bring the chat back in a few minutes once I cool my poopy pants. Like, when my poopy pants cool, I might bring back the regular chat. So stay tuned for that. That'll be an exciting event. But thanks, Junebug. I made you a mod, though. I thought if I made you a mod, you could talk in the chat, but I'm not really sure. Not 100% sure. Thank you, Junebug.
Yeah, mods can still chat.
Okay, there you go. So I made him a mod, so hopefully that works. Dropped $100. I mean, so it should work. Shell, what up, Shell? Shell fucking in a horrific accident the other day with her foot.
Poor thing.
Fucking nuts.
She feels better.
Well, yeah, I hope she feels better.
Sucks being trapped in bed.
No doubt about it.
Joe Omega.
AEW 6/10 was okay, not outstanding but not bad.
AEW is 6 out of 10 from Shell. Wow, Shell is going fucking same as us, basically. Shell, thank you so much for the 1150. I love that Kenny Omega one. He is flamboyant. What do you think about the cowboy there? Shell, thanks for the 1150, Shell. Shell. We'll go to hell. No, what do you think about cowboy shit fucking kind of being a drunk now or something? Like, it seemed like they're going more with that.
Yeah, I think it's funny that they went full dive into him becoming a total alcoholic.
They're going full Scott Steiner on his ass.
Yeah, they really are.
No, Scott Hall. They're going Scott Hall.
Scott Hall, yeah.
That's what it reminds me of, that angle when they really made Scott Hall like this drunk.
Yeah, with him throwing up and having to stop mid-match to grab his drink on the outside.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, it looks good, and you figure Kenny runs in for the save, and then you just have Hangman kind of strolling out with a beer in his hand, and then he's like, here, Matt, hold this. Then he does the buckshot. That was funny.
It was crazy.
And like I said before, that was one of the highlights to me, because it's still like, oh, not only do we have to come and save you, but we're the champs as well, and you guys aren't. So it's just, another bit on that puzzle. I appreciate that bit of storytelling.
Yeah, I thought it was nice. I kind of like it. I mean, hopefully something cool will come of it. Maybe it'll be like he's drinking, and maybe they'll get mad at him. They'll be like, dude, what are you doing? And shit like that. And then he'll get frustrated with that. And then that will be what flips him. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the drinking will cause him to lose or something big on that front. I'm curious if NXT has increased viewership this week, because they baited people hard with the fact of rumors swirling that Charlotte would be there tonight. I heard it several times throughout the day. Oh, Charlotte's down at NXT, and everyone is waiting to see if that's the match that's announced for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll wait till after the next takeover, because why would Bianca Belair challenge Rhea Ripley if you have Charlotte already challenging Rhea Ripley, So it's only a couple weeks away. I imagine they would wait, and once she defends the title successfully against Bianca, then she'll go ahead and challenge Ripley. Why make the challenge now if you don't know that's who you're going to be facing?
Yeah, and it's pretty soon to do it. Yeah, and
they have a lot of time. Usually they like to wait a little bit with one of them.
Yeah, I could see them waiting. Why not wait? Why not hold it and wait until a little while down the road? I mean, WrestleMania is a ways away here.
Yeah, plus NXT did have the finals for the Dusty Tag Team Classic, so I wonder if that's going to help with the ratings at all as well. You had the Broserweights taking on the Grizzled Young Veterans in the finale, and apparently that match was a badass main event. So,
yeah, this week's going to be interesting in the ratings. I think it feels like it's going to be tight, because To me, it sounds like a lot of people are saying they liked NXT better, but
yeah, I mean, it seemed like for me personally, I watched AEW straight through. I didn't watch NXT yet, but from what I'm hearing, NXT had many good matches, and both shows suffer from the same thing where there's a pool of certain people that are, your top stars and really interesting, and I think both are trying to elevate new stars and give other people a chance at the limelight. But I think NXT did a better job, seemingly, it sounds, that this week. Because you didn't have the Undisputed Era on, wrestling. You didn't have, DIY on this week. They weren't around either. I don't see anything about Keith Lee wrestling this week. I see Finn Balor and Trent Seven, Shotzi Blackheart and Deonna Purrazzo had a match. Damian Priest, Dominic Dijakovic, Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox, Chelsea Green against Caden Carter, and then the Broserweights, so Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle took on the Grizzled Young Veterans. So you didn't have any of the usual top talent there. So is that going to be a hindrance, or is it because they're letting other stars get a chance to be elevated? Will that help them in the long run? Because they've heavily relied on Adam Cole for quite some time now, just like AEW is relying on Jericho.
Without Jericho, AEW would be so lost. It's unbelievable.
Even the week when he was just on the Titantron for the promo where he offered the car, that the whole show felt like it was down a point in the ratings, seemingly just because Jericho wasn't there. So I wonder if AEW has that feel with Undisputed Era or Ciampa, Keith Lee not being there.
Yeah, I didn't see anything that was on the show yet, so I don't even know. I mean, I guess we'll have to see it to really give a good evaluation of it. But, I mean, looking at it, it looks pretty nice, but I don't know. Once we see it, there maybe it won't be as good as people are saying, but people are saying that they liked it better. People watching both. Give him a super chat.
Party.
John Montgomery. What up, John?
AEW.
Oh, that's all he says, AEW. 5.2 out of 10. Not a great score. Still beats WWE, though. AEW beats Raw and SmackDown tonight. That's what we can definitely say. AEW beat SmackDown, I think, and beat Raw, I guess. I don't think anybody can beat out the moment with Edge, though. I don't think anybody was going to beat out, Edge and Randy Orton's moment on Raw. I think that's the first time, too, in a while that I've said Raw, a moment on the main roster, beats out everything.
And that's because there was no suspending disbelief. You know that Edge's injury is real. Whether he's fine now or not, you still felt the tense nature of, oh God, don't hurt him. Edge sold it, like $1 million with his hand shaking and him moaning in pain, and the whole thing just had such a veracity to it, just really fierce, and it was nuts.
Why the heck is members comment only?
John Montgomery, what's up, bro? Because people weren't behaving with each other. Probably nothing you did, man. Nothing most people did. Just, sometimes it gets trolly. You get the fucking XXX cumguzzlers.com come in, and the only way to solve the cumguzzlers.com spam is to members only the chat. There's this big glitch going on YouTube right now where there's like these sex bots and this cum XXX stuff. It's fucking crazy, and they start going XXX, come to our website, whatever. And that's been an issue recently. So members, turning on all members only seems to eliminate that issue. So, boom, it eliminated that issue. It looks like. Got Shell and Bison, Suck It Trudeau, welcome aboard. CJ Bradley, goddamn Casey Rose.
Shit bum.
At this point, you should have Kenneth be the leader of the Dark Order. It will either be fucking awesome or so bad it's funny, and put Kenneth in his own room so he's away from everyone. Jelly, Janela, and Jazz Hands so Terry's no problems.
1,001 of clips. 1,001 clips. Thank you for becoming a $5 shit bum. I swear to God to you, getting Jim Cornette would be the greatest thing ever. But the problem is, all those SJW fucks, they would actually be angry. Like, it'd be genius. And I'd bring him in on the idea that these people are actually going to be angry, and I'd be like, that's awesome. But they would be angry.
They must have to Keith Mitchell to edit the crowd better, cause we couldn't hear them singing, even though Tony Khan told the crowd to do it.
What? Oh, Tony Khan was telling the people to sing? Oh, we couldn't really hear it, yeah. 27 Freddie Mitchell, thank you. I mean, why are they doing that? I mean, wait a minute. You telling me tonight they told the crowd to sing tonight? Why?
That's funny.
They already did it on the cruise naturally. That was fun.
Well, they had a karaoke type video with the lyrics
this is
up
prepared
on Twitter.
statement
So
from the Freemasonry
they want people to do it
Society
again.
of America. We deny any involvement of the Illuminati's recent assassination in Los Angeles. However, we are trying to recruit Justin Bailey and his hunting rifle. And Thomas Finton with his girdles.
Wow. Shout out to the girdles. The Grand Freemason. Thank you, Grand Freemason.
Shout out to the girdles.
Shout out to the girdles. So you're telling me the Grand Freemason, thank you so much, as Onision fucks Billy. Actually, no, that's me fucking Drew. Yeah, so you're telling me that they purposely wanted people to sing again tonight? Why?
If that's the case, that's funny. I didn't hear that, but yeah, on Twitter, Jericho and AEW and TNT had a karaoke style video, with a bouncing head of Jericho going through all the lyrics and showing everybody singing on the cruise.
Yeah,
and Jericho uploaded a copy of it without any commentary either over the fans.
Yeah, I saw that, but why would they try to recreate that again tonight? Why?
Well, that's what they were going for with the fans singing. I think they want to have that happen every time he comes out.
Why? He's a heel.
Because they think it's cool interaction.
That's not.
I don't
good.
know why either, because he's a heel. So I'm with you there. It was like the cruise was one thing because it was like the hardcore of the hardcore fans.
It was Jericho's cruise.
Yeah, you're there for Jericho and Fozzy. Fozzy was performing live all day and night, 6 times a day.
What? Yeah. So what the fuck are they doing? Why would you want him? Why would you want the fans to sing every time Jericho comes out?
I don't know.
That is the dumbest thing ever. I mean, it was, yes, the cruise, fine. And yes, it was funny. And yes, fine, Jericho uploads it because it was so cool. All right, now it's over. Now move on. You're still talking about, oh my God, they sang my song. What the fuck are they obsessing over this for? This is weird. That's weird. If that's really going on, that's bizarre. There's no need for that. Super chat. Whoa, Green Bean with a big 19.
Both shows was good this week, 8/10.
Green Bean 78 giving it an 8 out of 10. I'm glad Green Bean liked it a little bit more than we did. And it sounds like NXT is going to be good, so I can't wait to watch it.
A lot of people said that main event in NXT was takeover level.
Really?
For the tag match, yeah, with Dunn and Lee, so that'd be cool.
Maybe
excuse me.
Maybe I'll watch NXT live with you guys in a few minutes. Maybe when we're done with this review. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it live or something, or try it with the members chat on or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try, and I'll watch it live and react to it. Or one of these nights I'll do it. I don't know. I'll think about doing it tonight though. Maybe I'll do it. We'll see.
Yeah, the main event apparently for the Dusty Classic was excellent.
Right. No, I mean I love the song. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love the song.
It's such a great.
I love Judas. I love Jericho's. I would sing along to it all the time. I love Judas. I love it. But why would you? It was wicked cool when the fans sang to it on the cruise, and that was really cool, and I'm glad he uploaded the moment. I'm glad he uploaded.
But why encourage it is what you're saying.
Yeah, why do it again? I mean, unless they're turning Jericho face.
Doesn't seem like that.
It just
because he called
weird.
them idiots the whole time, but they were still singing. But why, like you said, why encourage the fans to sing along and have them come on louder?
Yeah. When
he's a heel.
It's weird.
And he's calling them all stupid, so why would you celebrate him coming out? I mean, of course you're going to cheer for him, but still, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Last week, AEW, had solid ratings. They were at 871, and NXT was at 769. I think this week they might flip, honestly. I think we might see AEW still beat NXT, but I think it's going to be a lot closer, and I think it's going to be one of those where it's like a 10,000 difference. There weren't any major matches advertised for Dynamite tonight. Last week, people were interested because they were on the cruise. And tonight for NXT, people were wondering if Charlotte was going to be there, and we had the big Dusty Classic finish.
So anything else about AEW that we didn't talk about that you wanted to wrap up, or?
That was every match. That's what I said.
Oh,
we
can
had
I
4
tell you?
Matches.
I can tell you something personal. I was downstairs, and Gavin, my son, he's 10 years old for the people that don't know. Obviously, Gavin's been around wrestling his whole life. He doesn't love it or anything. In fact, he liked it more when he was younger. When I took him to, I think he was 6 years old, maybe 7, I think 6 though. When I took him to a house show, and he liked Roman Reigns, but I think he stopped liking Reigns because I didn't like him. I honestly believe that. And he heard me always kind of saying I didn't like Reigns, and he used to get mad at me. He'd be like, I like him or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, dude, it's okay. You can like him. It's fine. And then I would even pretend to like him kind of in front of Gavin because I felt bad. But Gavin gravitated more towards Dean Ambrose and Seth in the end. And when we went to the house show, he was really happy to see Dean. He loved Dean Ambrose. He just liked him a lot. And John Cena, although Cena didn't wrestle as much. But so anyway, but Gavin was like, I kind of don't care, whatever. And tonight was one of the first nights he stopped and looked at the TV and he went, is this AEW? Is this the other one? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, okay. So it's funny because he doesn't really watch, but he's watched a little bit over time here or there, but not really.
Yeah,
and he goes,
knows a little bit.
It's like, so this is the AEW one, right? The new one, and it's not NXT. I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah. He's like, there's a lot of people there. He's like, for a new thing or whatever. I'm like, yeah. And then Jericho came out on the ramp with the belt, the AEW title, and he was like, wow. He's like, that championship, that belt looks way cooler. He's like, it's almost like AEW was like, oh yeah, WWE, look at this. Like, and that's what my 10-year-old son said.
Yeah, he picked up right on that.
He's like, that looks, I'm like, wow, you like that better than the WWE belt? He goes, oh, I like the WWE belt, but it's just kind of like here, like a WWE, and there's the belt, and he's like, it's a W, and he goes, so it just looks kind of like, I don't know, whatever, but this belt looks like it's like made of like gems or diamonds or something. He's like, this belt looks like it's a lot better. Like, it looks so big. And I'm like, wow, that's hilarious. So even then, my kid was watching. He never stops to watch Raw at all. And even when I told him the Rumble was on, he loves the Rumble. I don't know if Gavin's missed a Rumble with me, really. Or, at least he peeks in. And he was like, oh, I missed the Rumble. Yeah, it stinks. Was it good? I don't know. And I'm like, yeah. But he stood there and watched for the whole segment with Jericho and Moxley. And that was one of the things he picked up on.
There's a reason why they're getting that, 18 to 49 demographic and crushing it there. So right. They're popular with the younger audience for sure. And I couldn't even give you 100% reason why, it's just, it seemingly gravitates towards the younger fans, and it's working. It's funny though, like you said, where you feel bad and you want to cheer for, whoever they like, but inside it just makes you cringe. Danny was initially when she was first watching, was a big Cena fan, and that was in the Super Cena days. And it used to drive me nuts. And then as she got older, whoever I did like, she would purposely cheer for the opposite of, just to be a cruncher. And if I'm rooting for the Giants, she'll go for the Patriots. No matter what there is, she'll be the opposite. The other day she said, "Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?" I said, "I'm rooting for the Niners." She said, "Okay, I'll go the other way." And she likes and I'll never forget, Daniel Bryan is in like the hype, basically of the yes movement, and everybody's going nuts chanting yes in the crowd, and there's Danny just booing the hell out of him, getting dirty looks from everyone around us just because it's funny, but kids, they always manage to pull stuff like that. And seemingly she has no interest in AEW. She still watches WWE at times, but she likes Jericho, but she's like, oh, what's Dean up to? I was like, Moxley? She goes, yeah, Dean. She won't. But she has no interest in AEW at all, so it's kind of funny how that works.
That is kind of funny.
Total polar opposites.
But it's funny, yeah. It's opposite. It's weird. Gavin's the other way. I mean, I feel bad. I'm like, did I program this in his head? I mean, but he doesn't sit and watch me do shows. But no. He does ask me my opinion, though, and I'll be like, yeah, I don't really like that guy. Here's why. And I'll tell him. And I just don't think he's into wrestling, so I don't think it matters to him. I think that's what it is. I think he's somewhat interested because I watch it, but he doesn't really care. But, so, I mean, I just think that's all it is with Gavin. I think maybe one of my other kids will like wrestling better. Like, Brenna would rather watch wrestling. She's like, she likes when the girls come out, though. She's I like when the girls come out and wrestle. Let me go back to the donations really quick, see what you guys are saying. Shout out to everybody who became members tonight. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to peer pressure people into becoming members. I'm just trying to eliminate the troll, the porn sites and stuff like that and some of the bullshit earlier. So my bad. I know 99% of you guys are normal and fine. It's all good. It's just I just wanted to try to eliminate that. And I was wondering if members would work, and it did. It worked to eliminate the spam and all that other bullshit that was starting to come in. That comes in every show, last couple weeks especially. So my bad. You don't have to become a member if you don't want, and I'll probably bring the chat back at some point. And normally it will be back as well. It's just trying something to see if that does combat it in case we deal with it in the fucking future. But if you do want to become a member, feel free to do it. And certainly become a patron, because me and Tommy NC's next episode of Honestly Podcast is coming to Patreon this week. Plus me and Leah's, my wife's Till Death Do Us podcast is coming. We're really going to spin on some shit. And I've got some new episodes coming as well. Plus news I wish that was real, a new little skit that I'm doing as a... reporter that you're going to hear are going to be coming as well to the Patreon, and they're going to be fucked up little takes that come spontaneously throughout the day. Sometimes they may be 30 seconds long, they may be 4 minutes long, they may be whatever. And so those are coming to the Patreon as well. Look for those. They're going to be fucking brutal. Hopefully.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it. A little bit of the bubbly.
A
little bit of the water.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Drunk Adam Page is my spirit animal.
Ooh. Drunk Adam Page is my spirit animal. Yeah, you gotta love having spirit animals, man. You gotta have a spirit animal. You gotta have one. And if a drunk guy is gonna be your spirit animal, then that is the guy that you want a drunk guy. You just don't want to get in the car with a drunk guy. I'm looking at the stream right now. It looks like the chat's working, though. I do see that. I do see that the chat is working here. I can see Jericho's bottle. DC Derek, thank you so much for the donation.
A little bit of the
bro.
bubbly. Want some bubbly?
Bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbly. Bubbly.
Bubbly.
Love you, Joe and Jake.
Love you.
JCS Army 3 years next month.
Wow. Ryan Romano has been a part of this community for 3 years. Thank you, my friend. Love you, Jake. Love you, Joe. JCS Army 3 years next month, and I lost my virginity 2 years ago. Ryan Romano, thanks, man. I do miss some of your rant lines. I got to tell you that, man. Not Penny the Pooh, but those cringy ones you did as a reporter when you would draw on paper and do weird things.
Yeah.
Some of those were horrible, but some of those were funny too.
Some were pretty damn hilarious.
Yeah, I miss those days. I miss making out with you too, Jake. I miss just
you know it, baby.
Sucking you.
Party.
Gentle kisses.
Yeah.
On WWE's The Bump, Drew and Bubba Ray were on it giving 2 great interviews. Watching Jake's and the Butcher's sex tape. Smiley face.
NK, thank you so much for the $4.99. I did see it. The only reason I saw it is because about 700 of you sent it to me on Twitter, in email. Did you see it? 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 And I don't know what it is, but I'm annoyed by Bubba Ray. I don't know why. Bully Ray, I used to really like him on the mic on the radio program there and everything. He just sounds like a big suck ass now. I don't know what it is. He's always he's excited about everything, and I get it. And he's a fucking brilliant mind that I respect. Amazing guy. I mean, he punked me out one time and made me kiss his ass. But I'm just saying, I just don't like his vibe anymore. I don't know what it is. Bully Ray, I don't know.
Super Chat Party.
How do I become a member?
There should be a link down below where you can become a member. Why are people sending me the weirdest shit right now? Fucking just sent me this YouTube stream. Who is this fucking person? John Montgomery, thank you so much. Dude, I think you either got to click on the join button down below, or you got to click on the link in my description box below. It's underneath Super Chats. There's Streamlabs, Twitch alerts, and then below that there's support my Patreon. There's the Patreon link. And then below that, there's become a member. In fact, I have to fix the Patreon link because it's not linking. So I got to fix that. But yeah, the member link is down there. It's actually active if you click on it. I'll put it in the chat again real quick. Although maybe you can't see it because you can't chat. So it's down below. Yeah. It's in the comments,
Tony
too.
sent out a tweet, said to make this a tradition on I'll send you the tweet.
Why? What the fuck is... Oh, maybe I see what you're saying. I mean, maybe he just tweeted out what happened that night and said, make this a tradition. Maybe that's all he said. That's fine. That's a cool thing. Make this a thing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, but I thought you were saying they were directing the crowd tonight. Hey, sing Jericho's theme tonight.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, that would have been... That's stupid. That's stupid. But, Everything else is fine.
WWE had a special today on the network. It was a breakdown for Drew McIntyre. And, I mean, he was also on the bump, gave a great interview there. They had a pub from Scotland, the owner on, talking about everybody's reaction, saying that it was a bigger reaction than what they get for, like, cup finals. And Drew was talking about on the breakdown on the network. It was a short, like 20-minute short, little interview. And they showcased some of his big matches and things like that throughout his career. And they showed his NXT debut, his NXT title win, and then his match against The Undertaker. And he said, when I was first here, my before I got fired, my biggest thing was, when I got into the match with The Undertaker in SmackDown back in 2010 or 2011, my thing was, what moves can we do? Can I do this move to you? Can I do this move to you? Can I do this move to you? And he's like, when I was facing The Undertaker the second time, my only thing I wanted to do, my biggest focus, was simply to just have that stare down, just to get in his face, not blink and not back down. And he's right. And, and he went on to explain, and that's the thing that I go ahead and I say constantly that's missing. That's something Jericho and Moxley still have, but I wish we'd see more of a focus on. That stare down was more important than anything they could have done in the match because the crowd erupted. They got a bigger response than if they put somebody through a table. And Samoa Joe now is going to be out seemingly for an undetermined amount of time. He might miss WrestleMania. They have all these plans with him and Owens and Seth. Because he performed a suicide dive, he's gone. And it's so unnecessary. It is. It's I guess the name is correct for the move, but
yeah,
it's so wholly unnecessary. And I'm tired of seeing, big dives and things like that when it's not needed. I've said it time and time again, but, Enzo dancing in the ring and The Rock, doing the eyebrow or simply pulling off his elbow pad. And those moments get a bigger reaction than, half the time these people are killing their bodies. So I wish they would kind of reflect on that more and add a bit more of that audience participation. Look at the 3-2-1 countdown. He got that over in 2 weeks. Yeah. 2 weeks is all it took for him to get that, to make it a thing.
Yeah, and the minute he started doing it, we were like, that's pretty cool. I did say something about I was worried about it being a little too cheesy, but it was right away they got on it, and they got it going. And
now it's a huge thing, so.
You're right.
Somebody had a sign for Claymore County, and that'll be, he's like, oh, we're going to have a Claymore party, and now everybody's, it's taken off, and that's what that's what I like to see. So I heard today as well, being reported that they're going to give the wrestlers more limited schedules going forward. So they're reducing superstar schedules. This was originally from Wrestling News, and they said that main roster superstars will only have to work a maximum of 10 dates in February. Obviously, it's the shortest month of the year, and they also have the Saudi show. But Raw wrestlers will work a maximum of 14 dates, and that same number applies for SmackDown wrestlers in March. So that's good. They're forcing them to work less because they're worried about a lighter schedule until Mania. They don't want to see anybody else get injured.
Speaking of injury, Glorious Eugene, I'm jumping the gun. His super chat has not come up yet, but he does say, sucks to say it, but Samoa Joe is injury prone.
Absolutely.
It's been a bad run, man. This is what, his fourth, maybe third or fourth injury?
Super
Here it is now.
Sucks to say it, but Samoa Joe is injury prone now.
Yeah, this is unfortunately a not good thing right now as far as Samoa Joe goes. When did Junebug drop the Hundy Bomb? Was that earlier? Yeah, an hour ago. Junebug, thank you, man. I'm going to put that title up there for you if you're still listening, Junebug, and give you some love. See if I can get it up for you. I've been having problems here.
But Drew had a great build, today, saying that my problem is not with Lesnar being a part-time guy. That's what everybody else has an issue with. He said there's nobody like him, but my issue is he has our title.
Right.
And he's not there 99% of the time. And the issue is 99% of the time he can beat 99% of the guys when he comes back without even trying. And that's a great point. So, he's really selling the fact that we need our title back. And that's a good story to go off of rather than the usual you suck because you're not here. So...
Yeah, man. Junebug's going to maybe take home that JCS Digital Championship. I'll put it up here. Right now, I don't think anybody can beat $100 drop, but there it is, and I really appreciate that, guys. I really do. So thank you, and he could take it home tonight. Guys, in the chat right now, what would you like to see most change about Lorenzo? I'm so sorry. Goddamn, I've been trying to become a member for 45 fucking minutes. Lorenzo, I did put the link to the membership in the chat also in the comments section on this video. So if we refresh, there should be a link down below for you. Try that out. See what you think about it. See if you like it. But the fact of the matter is, what do you guys want? Who would you like to see pushed? Like, what do you want to see change in AEW? The one thing right now, if you could only change one thing, whether that's women's division, the rope color, I don't fucking know. Whatever it is, what would you change about AEW? Go now. I'll be reading it. I hate to say it, Joe hurt again, and it really sucks. Yeah, man, we had it the other night. I mean, Jake was on it immediately that he was injured. That was a big thing. And yeah, it's been a fuck up. So let us know. Let me know. What did you guys think? What needs to change about AEW the most? One thing. Give me one thing. I'm sure there may be a list of things, but give me the top thing. I think Junebug has the belt in the bag. Yeah, I think so too. Unless it was monetized this. Then I could see someone, you know what I mean? We've seen people drop 300, 500 thousands before and monetize this. But as far as AEW review, I think Junebug has it locked up here.
I think he's taking it. A
bigger push for Darby Allin, says DC Derek. I think that's really interesting. I definitely think you're right, man. I think Darby Allin is a special thing. He's been one of the few guys that has gotten way more over than he's moved the bar the most out of anybody. He's a crash and burn lightweight, and they really need. He kind of reminds me of Taka Michinoku. If Taka Michinoku was like, you know what? I think I also want to be Mick Foley. You know, like, seriously.
A great one.
It's amazing.
It's a great one, yeah.
He's Taka Michinoku and Mick Foley rolled into one. Or maybe Jeff Hardy. Maybe that's a better example, like Taka Michinoku meets Jeff Hardy.
Indeed.
I believe it. I really think that's what it is. There was something else, too, that I missed. Somebody said it.
They need a mid-card title, Jay Maverick said. That's a certainty.
We still... Did I miss Jimmy Havoc again tonight, or...
No, he wasn't. I didn't see him.
Where the fuck is Jimmy Havoc?
I was absolutely about to bring that up because Jimmy Havoc just wrestled a hell of a match that Trailbound let me know of. I think it was MLW that it was for. I tweeted it out, but it was on the Sunday of the Rumble, and he did a hardcore match. It was a barbed wire, no ropes match. Wow. Shit was insane. I mean, he literally was beating the hell out of his opponent with the barbed wire and stapling each other. I mean, it was brutal, but there was a lot of good wrestling.
Was this last week? Because honestly, dude, I have not watched MLW now in 3 weeks. I've missed. It
was on Sunday, so.
Wow.
It was a great way to kick off the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, I totally missed it, man. I wish I did watch that. That would have been a good way to kick it off. I think I was too busy setting up equipment and my kids and stuff like that, or I might have caught that. So maybe I'll go back and watch that. That's got to be on their YouTube channel. So mid-card belts, I agree. So I think Darby Allin push, or at least feature Darby Allin more. Give us some more Darby Allin. He's, I would love to see that. Taz on commentary. I agree. I think I'd like to see Taz, but they got to replace either Excalibur or JR then, and I think they should. I almost think they should move Excalibur. I don't know, man. I think they should move Excalibur to Dark, but they need Excalibur because Excalibur, or they need to move Excalibur to the back where he can produce, and talk to JR and them and be like, dude, JR, that's a lion fucking buttfuck move. That's a hazardous cocksucker 3, because JR doesn't know a lot of the new moves. So for JR to just be like, oh my goodness, and be like, well, that was something crazy there. You know what I mean? But it's like, well, that was that was an avalanche lion salt DDT or whatever. Just make up whatever, because he doesn't know all these brand new. Even I don't know some of these new moves. I was trained on commentary, and also grew up on commentary at a different era. There's some moves out there that I don't know. I don't think JR even knows what the Tiger Driver is at all. I mean, to have Excalibur there to fill those in, I think is good, but I don't like their chemistry. So I mean, do you want a bunch of, not to say old fogies, but I mean, do you want a bunch of old timers? Do you want JR and Tony and fucking Taz on commentary? I don't think so. I think I'd rather have Taz on Dark with somebody else, and maybe Taz and JR on Dark. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not really sure what to. I still think they need to get a new person, somebody else new who's good. AEW, I'm waiting to be hired. I'm just sitting here. Or a heel. or somebody to do color heel commentary, that would be good as well. To kind of like fucking lighten up the mood a little bit. It's so fucking weird. You got JR trying to call moves, and he's calling old school stuff, then making fun of the new stuff. Excalibur is calling everything new school and not calling the old stuff. And they're bashing heads about it. Like, just somebody there to fucking, like, instead of Tony Schiavone, maybe put a fucking, like, a color guy in there. Like, imagine anybody with a motor mouth who could just be like a shithead. Like, anybody. Like, someone MJF style, or someone like me on color when I'm a dickhead, or somebody else who's good out there who's better that's in the industry right now. Whatever. Just find somebody else. Find someone in that smart-ass color dickhead style. I don't care who it is, where they are, and what they do. And just to be like, you know, JR be like, oh, yeah, that's right, that's a suicida thing. And it's like, man, you guys are so cute when you guys argue about what a move is called. You guys do this all the time? And then, like, you know, JR be like, yeah. You know, it's like, well, whatever, man. Hey, man, you guys call it whatever you want. I call it effective by Cody Rhodes there. It was effective, and that's all that matters. Who cares what you call it? I call it an injury. Or it's called a mistake, JR. That's what it was, a mistake, just like you when you were born. And JR be like, well, that's not very nice. Yeah, well, I have to sit next to you, and that's not very nice. Well, anyway, you know, like that type of shit. Like, I think we need that almost. We haven't heard that in a while. We hear the fake Corey Graves style, which is not fun at all. He just says these things. He sounds like he's acting. Doesn't sound like he's for real. He just sounds like he's saying. It sounds like he's saying Bobby Heenan lines or something, but he's reading them like dry. It doesn't sound real.
Or he's frustrated.
Yeah, he was actually frustrated. It's like, no, you need someone next to you who can, like, let's fucking go, guys. Let's go. And then, like, be the ass and have, like, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross and then the asshole. And then they can, like, goof on the asshole, and then the asshole can goof on them, kind of. And sometimes they can get a little heated with stuff. And it's like, you know, it'd just be funny. Someone on commentary being like, you know, I don't understand why Jon Moxley is first of all, is allowed to walk through the people. That's a liability. And number two, why he's even in the ring allowed to cut a promo in the middle of the wrestling ring right now while he's missing an eye. JR, we have to get tested before we have matches. You can't wrestle with one eye. Why is this allowed? And then, you know, and then to have JR and Tony have to defend that and be like, well, he wants to compete, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but there's rules here, you know, that type of thing. Why don't they? I don't know. I just don't understand. I feel like there's a big open spot for AEW to have that heel and that funny style that we just don't hear anymore, really. And I think WWE tried to do it a little bit, and it doesn't work with the guys they have. But yeah, I don't know. There's too many guys though. Taz, JR, Excalibur. It's like these are all good. They're all good, but they're not meshing good enough for me. But anyway, what did you think about the commentary tonight? Because it didn't bug me again. I don't think.
Yeah,
really.
It didn't bug me for the second week in a row, which is saying a lot. But
yeah, because I don't think we've gone 2 or 3 weeks without being like, oh, the commentary.
No, certainly not. JR was seemingly more with it, and Excalibur wasn't as over the top as he usually is at times either. So it felt more. I don't want to say organized, but it flowed seemingly better. They were a bit more put together. That's
yeah,
for sure.
I saw Goldberg, John. We talked about the Goldberg arrest on Throwdown last night. Where is everybody? God damn it. I can't tell you how many times, dude. I get tweeted all day about stuff that we talked about already. Like, it's all day on Twitter. Like, did you hear about this?
MVP did announce that was his last match 50 minutes ago, he said. My final WWE match took place on Monday Night Raw against my close friend and legend Rey Mysterio. A great way to close out that chapter.
Well, there you go. They kind of leaked it out, the commentary. They were like, well, I mean, this is his, he gets this one appearance and then blah, blah. And then somebody was like, well, what do you mean? Why would it be his last appearance? And then you're like, well, I guess we'll see.
Yep.
It was something like that on commentary, and they sort of like, oh, well, he's not coming back after that commentary. But then we had heard that he may appear a few more times. Or at least somebody brought that up.
That was originally what was said for different reports, but he himself came out and said, "Hey, that was it." So he said he wanted to do it for his son and just show his son, you know, who he was as a wrestler. So hey, he got to do it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, originally when people said Goldberg was arrested, I thought they meant the wrestler, and then I'm like, oh, Mighty Ducks. Yeah, meth will do that to you.
No, not the Goldberg wrestler. Yeah, Mighty Ducks Goldberg was arrested. We talked about it on Throwdown last night. We talked about it. We talked about it last time he got arrested. He looks like shit.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like fuck.
I wouldn't have known that was him.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking homeless guy. But it's on Throwdown. If you want to go look up Tuesday Night Throwdown from last night, we kind of talked about it a little bit there. But it's just we've already talked about it so many times about him. And then we started talking about
Kool-Aid Man Drew were hilarious last night.
We talked about what did we talk about? What was the other thing? Oh yeah, the former Celtic who also looks all fucked up.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I'm terrible with names.
Damn it.
Christ.
He's the guy who banged LeBron James' mom, maybe, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was God damn it, I can't remember his name. Somebody will remember in the chat and they'll tell me and I'll be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
We had him on the Celtics for a while. I liked him on the Celtics. Now he's like a homeless fuck. Or something. He got beat up the other day. It was terrible. I feel bad for the guy, man. Like a guy, like, dude, I don't know, dude. You just want to hope that you don't want to see anybody like that. Delonte West, yeah,
Delonte West. There we go. Theory of Punishment, got it.
Oh, what up, Dot? How you doing, Dot? Hey, Dot, let me mod you so the next time that happens, you don't get fucked. My bad, dude. I mean, I can't mod everybody, but I mean, at least there's the one. Let me play a donation here. See what you guys are saying.
Shut up and bend over.
Oh, you want to do it?
Finish it.
Oh my God, don't finish it. Please don't finish it.
I'm going to finish it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I think they should have one commentary team for hour 1 and a different commentary team for hour 2, just like how they did it in WCW. It will make things fresh every show, in my opinion.
Wow, Harry Steve, that is... I don't know if I'm a fan of that. That seems dumb. Because they are doing that. You know, the guys are coming out and doing the AEW Dark afterwards. So I'd be down for the AEW Dark team to be completely different. Like, nobody from the main call. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be down for that, but I'm not...
Yeah, that would seemingly be better. That's a good choice.
Yeah, I'm not down for after 1 hour. You know, after 1 hour, you're going to bring in another commentary team? I don't know about that.
That makes it... That's always been frustrating.
Yeah, that would fuck me up. I'm not into that. But I do like what you're saying about separate commentary teams for... the AEW Dark and then the TV show. That I can get behind.
Yeah, that's two different shows, and that works.
Yeah, I'm
especially when they go to TNT for Dark, that'd be even better. Because Taz is working on Dark, so
yeah.
John Moxley is obviously in that Cage Fighter movie with WWE star Christian. Chuck Liddell's in there. It's going to be a huge MMA show type movie, you know, where there's going to be a whole world of MMA fighting. Seems like it's going to be a pretty cool flick to check out eventually. I don't see a release date for it yet, but they the Twitter account for the movie, Cage Fighter movie, posted a bunch of pictures of the actors and updates. So Christian actually plays a podcast host, kind of like, you know, you and Joe Rogan combined. And he's the MMA show with Stephen Drake. So it looks pretty interesting. I'm curious to see when a trailer will drop for this. But Moxley has a sizable role in it.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Janela spot was hilarious. Nothing really good, but nothing that really pissed me off. 6 out of 10.
I'm pretty much the same. I feel about the same, Jay Maverick. Nothing really pissed me off, but nothing crazy either. But yeah, the Janela thing did make me laugh. When he first popped up and he put his face in between them, I kind of was like, oh no. And then when they kissed him a little bit, I thought that was okay. And then when he backed up and then he gave him the finger and then backed off, at that point they had me. I changed my mind about it. I went from like, oh God, and then I went into like, all right, I'm down with that. That was funny. So I ended up going from I don't know if I like this to thinking it was great. I mean, obviously that's nitpicking a bit, but I thought it was funny. So I do give that a thumbs up. I thought Janela was funny. It made me laugh. I didn't want to laugh at it. That's the thing that's funny. Like I didn't want to laugh at it, and I was immediately thinking negatively at the split second. And then by the time he had backed off, like doing that through the crowd, I thought that was hilarious. I mean, I've seen stuff like that before, obviously during the Attitude Era in a way, but it made me laugh. So it entertained me. So I give that a thumbs up. So. But
SCU dedicated their match to Kobe Bryant as well. We didn't bring that up, but that was a nice touch.
Yeah, that was
coming
cool.
out with the the jerseys and having the purple and gold lights for the entrance.
Yeah, it was cool to see somebody rep Kobe at least. Somebody, because it was commented on. I don't think they put up a graphic like WWE did, but they.
Not that I saw, but.
Yeah. They did. They basically almost did an identical graphic of when The Rock's father passed away, when Rocky Johnson passed away. They had basically looked exactly like a WWE whatever the hell you call it, a memorial page.
Yeah. Next week, Yuka Sakazaki, I always say her name wrong, but she'll be making her AEW Dynamite debut.
Hell yeah.
So she was at Fyter Fest, but.
Hey, maybe she'll give somebody cornhole virus. That's fucked up.
I appreciate what you said before, your mom being freaked out with people wearing masks, but at least they're trying to be cautious.
Well, I wouldn't appreciate it. It sounds borderline racist.
What else we got?
Oh, no, I meant in public.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly?
Here he comes.
Look at this stuff. A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
If there is one thing that AEW needs, it's more storylines and feuds for their lesser-known talent. There are a lot of guys like Darby Allin, Sean Spears, Jimmy Havoc and B. Priestley that aren't doing a whole lot of anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised how they've kind of bailed on Sean Spears a little bit, Duane. And
yeah, surprisingly, he's another one we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
he was a huge, to me, acquisition.
But also, I feel like they should be hitting. They need to keep the momentum going with Darby too, because he was doing well. So he needs to be.
Same thing with Jimmy Havoc, and a lot of them.
They need to get that mid-card belt now because they need to have mid-card rivalry. Do we really have anything that's a mid-card rivalry night right now with two guys who are in this mid-card intercontinental style rivalry going on?
Sabian and Janelle and I could see doing a mid-card feud.
Yeah, they're kind of going at it a little bit.
They're
That's
starting with
good.
that. That would work well.
But is there
personally.
there's nobody who's having matches yet. There's no matches like
no,
these guys.
But I imagine they would build around that. So
I would think the mid-card title would be you could have your one single story, but then you could also have your sort of the story is the wrestling
that's kind of what I was getting at before, how there's no story except for the main event scene. If you're not Jericho, Cody, and Moxley, you're not getting a story pretty much.
And I don't need a big story. I just need
but something simple.
I'm talking Razor versus Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart.
We've seen good matches start over a spilled cup of coffee.
I think AEW would be smart to look at the WWE around the time of WrestleMania 7 to WrestleMania, I don't know, 13 or WrestleMania 7 to WrestleMania 13.
Well, if you look at even 15 especially, everyone had something going on.
But not even that. It's not that I don't want them to look at that because I feel like they'll fuck that up. They're already getting too ahead of themselves, all these factions. I just mean intercontinental title-wise.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, look at how prominent that intercontinental belt was from around WrestleMania 7 to WrestleMania 13. The intercontinental belt felt so big at that time, and the mid-card felt so real because of it. If AEW could just get that going with a mid-card title, I think they need that now. And now before I didn't care. Now I fully believe they need to get going on that now.
I get your point. And come to find out, Sean Spears and Colin Delaney took on Best Friends with Orange Cassidy on Dark.
No.
And then Sheeta went ahead and had a match with the Nightmare Collective. She took on Mel. And then Marco Stunt and Jungle Boy, they took on Sonny Kiss and Brandon Cutler. And obviously Taz was on commentary. So no results given there, just letting you know the matchups.
I'm going to be going back and watching some of the AEW Dark stuff and throwing up little reviews on that hopefully too. So I'll try to cover my grounds a little bit. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I like Taz, man. I do like him. In fact, I think I like Taz more now than I did in the WWE because I wasn't a fan of Taz really in the WWE. I thought he was good, but but he's better than what we have now in the WWE. I mean, the main roster people. So I get that. And also, man, I want to shout out Junebug again because he is looking like he is going to take home that digital JCS championship with that $100 drop. Thank you as well. And Turpa, yeah, you get me, man. What do you guys think they should change about AEW? I'm going to ask that question again. I mean, what one thing would you guys like to see adjusted in the company? What would you like to see?
Next week's lineup sounds much better than this week. John Moxley's taking on Ortiz, so obviously the Inner Circle is going to keep taking, him down. Britt Baker's taking on, as I said before, Sakazaki. And then you have Kenny and Adam Page, the tag champs, with the Young Bucks, an 8-man tag against the Butcher, the Blade, and the Lucha Bros. And then Cody's getting his 10 lashes from MJF, as well as Pac saying that he's coming after Kenny Omega. So that sounds like a stacked show for next week.
Yeah, let's hope it's good, man. I really hope that we have 3 matches that are solid, and we have 2 really good outside the ring segments, and maybe a couple promos. That's what I want to see.
Like I said, that was my issue tonight. The ending was good and the beginning was good, but we had 4 matches, and personally, I didn't care for any of them. There was no standout moment in any of the matches that was like wow or impressive.
And the crews kind of kept us entertained, though, like with
yes, because it was a dynamic setting. It was interesting. It was unorthodox, and the environment, and especially the crowd. The crowd was next level because those were the most dedicated fans for this company. So
yeah,
those people paid thousands of dollars to be there,
and they were packed in. They're packed in on the cruise ship,
and you had ships pulling in and docking and leaving behind them. And yes, I did say docking. And there was just a lot to it. So this week, I don't know. Ohio was all about Moxley, but if you weren't him, it just kind of fell flat for me. The 3 things for takeaway would be Hangman Page coming out, having somebody hold his beer and doing the buckshot lariat, and then obviously the opening and the close. That's it.
Right. Yeah, it was great.
That's why I'm saying a 5 might even be generous, but
wow. Yeah, I mean, but I'm down with that. I would have thought 5 or 6. I'm going to give it a 6 because I think I was hyped up on fucking, like, I was in a good mood. I think if I was tired or in a bad mood tonight, I think this show might have drawn a 5 for me, but I'm going 6. I thought it was nice. I give it a thumbs up. If you told me what do you have to do, I'd give it like a sort of like a reluctant thumbs up kind of is what I feel like if you want to go that route. Like, yeah. This is all right. Let's do another one, That's how I feel about AEW tonight. But yeah, it's better than WWE main roster for the most part. Couldn't beat the segment.
Because Raw had, a really great beginning and ending as well, and maybe one moment in the middle. The problem also there is that it's 3 hours. So at least with this, even if it's not great, you have a quick show. The 2 hours, that extra hour is really a killer. You don't think it is, but it drags everything down. I was shocked with the Monday night ratings as well, because the way they reminded you every commercial break that Edge was going to be closing the show and coming out, I thought there would have been this really big surge of viewership for the end of the show, and the last hour drew the lowest out of everything.
It was just too long.
And that was the thing. So
yeah, you had kids that have to go to bed, so kids had to go to bed. You had adults who probably fucking fell asleep.
Yeah. Sleep, work, whatever it may be.
And so I think I was right, but I also wasn't right because I would have maybe done the same thing, but I was basically saying I think even I would have made this mistake of putting this on last. I think in hindsight...
Yeah, it seemed to be the perfect fit. Even I said as well, that's a good idea to keep people, tuned in, but
it should have been open. It should have opened the show.
Opened.
Yeah.
Because if you look at WWE's YouTube page, it was a huge, get for them. You have 4 million views for the aftermath of Randy Orton, 3 million almost for the attack, and everything else. Nothing even comes close. The only thing that's close to 1 million at this time is 700,000 for Liv versus Lana.
Well, again, Lana gets a fucking top spot.
Yeah, and Rey Mysterio versus MVP took 640,000 views. So.
Everybody who's mad about Lana, it's like, again, Lana fucking topped out the ratings. What the fuck?
Yeah, week in and week out, Lana is a huge draw with Liv Morgan. I think a lot of people are interested in Liv as well, and they're just not capitalizing, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, that's bizarre.
We also still have a few weeks to go till we get to see Wardlow take on Cody Rhodes in the first steel cage match. So a lot of hype around that. That's not until they go to Atlanta, February 19th.
That's going to be cool, man, to see. I wonder what kind of cage...
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well. So a lot of intrigue there. Problem is that, it's still a ways off. We have the 10 lashes coming next week. Then we'll have a week in between, and then we'll get the steel cage match.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I mean, a little hype.
Yeah,
for it.
it's just because we have to wait till Lethal Leap Year, to happen. So
Wardlow. Hopefully he'll do some damage, man. Hopefully that's a
big showing for him.
Well, I mean, if that's all you got, man, I mean, Jake, I mean, I'll free you to the wild and I'll take calls, I guess.
Yeah, this way we can hear from the people. Miss taking calls. It was fun to do it on Discord a little bit the other night, but
I'm hoping
tomorrow
that
night,
they fix it.
Big out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We have a lot of updates with Ronda Rousey, and we have some updates with Riddle, NXT, what's going on for the Saudi show, updates about Sting, actually. That's pretty noteworthy in its own right. Plans going forward with The Undertaker and Kane. A lot of stuff dealing with legends, obviously, ramping up into the WrestleMania season. Updates with Stone Cold and all the talk with other people returning. Would he? So that's going to be a big deal. And then also some booking plans with AEW. So you're going to want to make sure you tune in tomorrow night for Out of Nowhere. Going to be a big show.
All right, baby. I love it. Tomorrow night, Out of Nowhere, with Jake DeMarco, me, and a special guest. Tomorrow night. It's going to be a good time.
Going to be a great show. Don't miss it.
See you tomorrow night at 11 p.m. I'm staying on, though. I'm going to answer your calls right now. 339-226-6610.
Call the show. All right, everybody. Stay sexy. Have a good night.
Stay sexy, Jake. Thanks, man.
Always.
Kisses, baby. I'll talk to you soon. There goes Jake DeMarco. My sexy beast. Partner in crime. But now the phone lines are open to you crazy bastards. So it's on you people. What do you want to talk about? AEW, how is NXT? Let's go. Take a dono while we're waiting. If there is one. If there's not, we're full. All right, 339-226-6610. I know I saw a lot of you guys calling earlier, so I'm sorry that we couldn't take your call, but Skype has some kind of glitch. There's 3 calls coming in at once. I'm going with 606. I'm going to go with 606. What's up? Oh, hang on a minute, man.
I'll send you guys a picture of the cage at AEW. Jake and Joe. My sit is on the floor.
Oh, Freddie Mitchell, thanks, man. Yeah, send us a picture of the cage. That'd be sick. Can't wait. Let me try to get this call fixed. We were echoing a bunch.
Joe Cronin.
What's up, dude?
What's up, brother? Man, with the whole AEW, man, I mean, I think it's cool they got, Excalibur in a mask, commentator in a mask. That's awesome. But I tell you what, man, I think they drop him and just have Shivani and JR, Jim fucking Ross run the whole show.
Dude, I'd be down with that. I feel like there's like a weird awkwardness in the transactions between JR and Excalibur sometimes. There's just, It's weird. I can't. Who the hell is this, by the way? You sound familiar.
This is Aaron up here in Kentucky, man. Yeah, I've called in a few times.
You sound like this guy I know. But anyway, yeah, bro. I agree. It's weird. Get rid of one of them. Like either go young with Excalibur or get rid of Excalibur and let JR do his thing. Because I feel like the two of them are kind of like intimidating each other or whatever. I don't know what it is, but there's some kind of vibe that ain't syncing up. And I know who he sounds like. He sounds like fucking that guy sounded like Sean Ross Sapp. That's who he sounded like. I couldn't figure out who he sounded like. That's who he fucking sounded like. Is that fucking Sean Ross? The fuck? That's weird. 646, hello.
Yo, what's up, Joe?
What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Yo, so I think on AEW, we're gonna get a match between Kenny Omega and Adam Page. I think they're eventually gonna break up. We're gonna see an epic feud between Kenny Omega and Adam Page at Revolution.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, wow, that soon? Yeah, maybe. Wow. Yeah, I guess, when is Revolution? Isn't it the end of February?
Yeah, it's around February.
Maybe. Okay, maybe. I actually would be surprised if it was that soon, but you're right. It could happen. And they do have to start booking good for that, so I still feel like they're going to I feel like there's still going to be a team for that. I feel like they're going to go in there as a team still. I think it'd be the next show or something. I don't know why, but maybe you're right. And if you're right, I'll remember. But I feel like, unfortunately, they're going to tease it even longer, but hopefully not.
Yeah.
But I hope they start it sooner because it's going a little too long now. I get it. Like, I'd like to see something start happening. But, I mean, they're still the champs and everything, so they still got to lose the belts. So I don't think – I think it's going to happen after Revolution.
Yeah, you know what I think AEW should do? Like, they need to improve their women's division. Like, that's one thing they need to work on, their women's division. Like, Awesome Calm and Brandy Rose, that gimmick is a failure.
Yeah, I don't see
that gimmick.
If I was like a harsh piece of shit, right? Like, I didn't care, I didn't have friends, whatever, and I was just looking at the roster, I would legitimately, and I'm not joking about this, I would release Rio, and I would release Nyla Rose, and I'd probably release one or two other people that I've seen be stupid, and I would go out there and I would rework the women's division, like all over. Because right now, this is a mess. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if somebody's like over choreographing their matches, but they don't look good. You're dead on with that. Yeah. I mean, that's the easy thing to pick on, man. Good call. It's ugly.
Shit bum.
I'm down to watch NXT with you tonight if you are down. Love to get a live reaction out of you. I heard it was a really good show tonight.
Well, let's throw it on. Let's throw down. Let's throw it on, maybe. Maybe I'll watch the main event. I don't know if I can get through the whole thing tonight because I have so much shit I got to do, but I don't know, maybe. I feel like my head's exploding right now as I think about it. But, Malibu Al, thanks for the $5 and becoming a $5 ship bum. If I don't do it tonight, I think I might do it tomorrow. Or like one of these days coming up. Probably tomorrow, though. And I don't know if I'll go live and I'll do like a members hang. I don't want to do members because like, I will do some member chats only, but I don't want to do it tomorrow because there's a lot of people who can't become members and it's not their fault. Like iOS and Apple doesn't work and some other people's, or just if somebody doesn't have the funds, like I don't want to do that to anybody. So I'll probably just do it regular. Although I do a lot of, sometimes I do NXT reviews and I put them up on Patreon only, but I'm going to give it a try, I think maybe tomorrow or something like that and try to do the whole thing. But yeah, I don't know. Joe, I'm watching the main now. Great so far, but a damn commercial in the middle of it. Oh, the main event. Yeah, Jay Maverick. Yeah, let me know what you think about it. And sexty. I like that. Bowling. What the fuck does that mean? Omega needs his real life hentai girl. Holy shit. Oh, man. Yeah, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, man. That's still fucking blows my mind that that's happened. DJ Scandalous, what's up? Adam Page is the drunk Scott Hall. Yeah, man, we said that. Like, I said that earlier. I was like, dude, it just reminds me of Scott Hall. He went from seemingly like, I don't care, guys, fuck this. But now it almost seems like not only I don't care, fuck this, but it's more about drinking for him. So that became a new thing. It looked like it was going to be straight up just his jealousy. Like, straight up that he was just jealous of the other guys and he was angry about things and he was annoyed by it. But now it's gone into like, well, not only was he like that, but now he almost just doesn't care, and now he's got like an alcohol problem. It's just funny that like he's kind of morphed into all these different things than what, you know what I mean, like than originally what it was. So they're adding layers to that. So that's kind of interesting. I think that's kind of cool. There's going to be all kinds of people though that are complaining, like, oh, they're making fun of alcoholism and alcohol. It's like, oh, fuck. I mean, dude, remember when they did it with Scott Hall though? Scott Hall was an alcoholic. That was the crazy thing. That was the crazy thing about Scott Hall is he actually had a fucking problem, and they were like, hey, can you go do that problem, like, for real? Since everybody knows about it, can you actually, like, just execute that on the show? Can you execute your real-life problems on the show? Which is, you know, classic wrestling stuff, but, I mean, it's definitely, that was more, I don't think Adam Page has a real alcohol problem in real life, so, you know, this is not really, this is nowhere near even as shocking as that, so not a big deal to me. Phone lines open, of course. I don't know what you just said. This listful guy tastes good? What the fuck did you say? I honestly hung up on you because I don't know what you're saying. Like, I don't know what you're saying. I wish I knew what you said because I would have liked to respond to it, and I legitimately don't know what you said. 936, hello. Yo, 936, hello. You're live. What's up?
Yeah, I was calling because the other day you were talking about, what was it? You mentioned, you know how you were talking about the LA Lakers, about the MSNBC?
Right.
And you mentioned how you didn't think that she said it on purpose.
Right. I don't think she said it on purpose, but I think that she is full of shit when she says that she didn't actually even say the N-word.
Well, I think she did. But, I mean, at the same time, it's coming from the same person who tweeted that Charlotte probably is doing drugs. I mean, I think you're reaching there, but, I mean, what do I know?
I mean, like, that tweet was more like, what's that? You know, I mean, I'm not really saying, like, because if I would have said, like, is she doing heroin? You know, I would have said that. It was more like, what is that? Like, is that just her blood test? Is that just whatever? And it was more comedy anyway. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't know if, she had a blood test earlier. It makes sense because she has a mark on her arm like she had a needle. And so did Andrade, and he got tested, and he's now suspended. So it would make sense that Andrade and Charlotte would go to have the test at the same time.
Well, I think you should kill yourself.
Oh, let me just kill myself for you. Let me hold on. Let me get the gun. I hope the reporter did mean it now, you fuck. Yeah. You know what? I'm sick of fucking my wife. I'm sick of my wife humping the hell out of me. And I'm sick of my 3 amazing kids. And I'm sick of doing these shows on YouTube, to be honest. And I'm sick of the house that I bought. And I'm sick of all the fun we have on Patreon. And I'm sick of running around the block every day. You know, I'm sick of taking my kids to school. I'm sick of everything. You're right. What am I doing with my life? I need to be out of here. I need to get out of here. That guy was right. I need to go. I need to be ended. What a pussy. I think you should kill yourself. Like, dude, talk about weak. When you can't even get to the point right away, and then, like, at the very end. Like, I'm sitting there having a debate with him. You know what I mean? I'll have a debate with you. You think I was wrong? Okay, cool. You think what the reporter said was whatever? Okay. And the reality is he doesn't think that about the reporter. He just called in to sort of argue or something, but he sucks at that. So then at the end, he's just like, I think you should kill yourself. Oh, I better hang up because I'm scared. Oh, I think you should kill yourself. Oh. So funny. I mean, come on. Come on, dude. At least if you're going to fight me, like, bring the fight. You know, don't fucking hang up like a bitch at the end. Oh, just kill yourself. Oh, just kill yourself. I got money that guy lives in New York in an apartment building, and the last time he was in a relationship, he cheated on her, so she left him. I got, like, at least a couple $100 on that guy's ex-girlfriend left him after he cheated on her, and now he just goes out to bars at night, and he lives in an apartment, and he like fucking mops floors somewhere. And he hates himself. Like, am I right? I'm hitting the nerve, right? Am I right? Something about that? It's probably what it is. I don't know, 25, 22. You know? The relationships ain't working out too well. Because you're a scumbag. And you just projected on me. You projected on me. You want me to kill. You said, you think I should kill myself. I think you want to kill yourself. I literally think that that's what it is. I actually think that you called and said that, but you are lonely and you want to kill yourself, and that's what it is. I'm dead serious. 100%. Definitely, probably in New York. or like Detroit or something, and you want to die. By the way, I believe it's the year of the rat, and it is my year, man. I am a rat. It's the year of the rat. Is it my time? The only thing is I found out the other day that it's the year of the metal rat. I am a wood rat, so it won't be until the year 2040 that it's the year of the wood rat. Whatever the fuck that means. I have no fucking idea. But it is the year of the rat, though. So, and I am 1984. So I'm not sure. No, that would definitely not be Rojas. Rojas is the man. Poor Rojas hasn't been able to get through in a while. Phone lines are open. Going once, going twice. Would you like to be on the show? Now's your chance to call. Talk about AEW, NXT, or anything. Going once, going twice. Unknown callers calling. I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait to hear another unknown caller. All right, well, he said hello and goodbye and hung up for the people that didn't hear. Hello, goodbye, hung up. Really? Oh, boy. All right, let's try again. 614, hello.
So, Joe, it's the Bullfrog.
What up, Bullfrog? How you doing, man?
So, man, are you having a meltdown or something?
No. I'm feeling good.
Oh, man, you need a woo saw or something, man.
A bone saw?
No, a woo saw.
What the fuck is a
like woo saw, like Bad Boys woo saw.
Oh God, I don't know why I heard, dude. I was hearing all kinds of weird shit.
I was a little pissed. I'm like, what's going on with them? Then I find out it's for members only, and I'm like trying to calm myself down. I'm like, is he having a meltdown?
Yeah, I was having some kind of a fucking baby meltdown. I mean, for real. Well, yeah, what's going on, man?
Yeah, everybody goes through it every now and then. Shit, I mean, I got bad days myself. Like, let me calm my crap down.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I have to lose my mind a little. It's a lot of fun, though. It's a little bit of fun, you know? Sometimes you got to break something.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, but I thought AEW was pretty good tonight. I'd give it a solid 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'm there with you. I'm giving it a 6.
So, what do you think of how Revolution is going to turn out?
I mean, I'm kind of excited that it's not like another, like, you know, fucking all in, all out. I like that it has this new theme. I think that they have a chance to build here. This is a long, you know, they've really got their legs under them from the TV show now. So this is a pay-per-view. This should be their and you know, this is when some of the interest has been falling off a little bit. So I'm excited to see this though. I'm excited. I think they're putting something together pretty well right now. I'm optimistic about it. Pretty happy.
Yeah, same here. I think it's going to be a decent show, hopefully. Let me ask you a question.
The price, though. The price. I'm not cool with the price. I'm not down with the price.
Oh, yeah, I got you there. You know, AEW needs to have a network like WWE.
Well, I mean, they just need to, you know, there needs to be I mean, they kind of do. They have the BR Live app. That's what they're on.
Yeah, but I think it's full price, same as the pay-per-view last time that I checked.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but that's what I mean is they don't need the app. They just need to lower the fucking price. I mean, you know, like, I mean, let the pay-per-view be $50 or $60 on TV, and then let the...
Yeah, they need to have at least where at least fans can afford it.
Yeah, let the app, you know, the BR Live app be like $20. If it was $19.99, I would no doubt buy it. And if it was on, I may buy it on cable. I don't know, but I may just watch a stream. I don't know yet. It depends on how I do on my show. But that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know,
last time I tried to watch free AEW legal crap, I got IPS and banned or something, and spam got on my computer, and I had to clean it, fix it.
Oh yeah, see that's the problem with all that shit is that does suck, and that's no good. And you should want to give the wrestlers money and give the people money. It's really good to support, but it's like that. I think there's a lot of people out there that can't do it. I think there's a lot of people who over $40 absolutely no, And I think there's a lot of people who over $20 absolutely know. And listen,
Right.
if you can't drop $9 to $20 on a wrestling pay-per-view, I mean, you should.
Well,
you should drop something, but not fucking 80 or 60. What? That's no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because what is it for WrestleMania? Almost like $70 now for their WrestleMania show.
It was 100, and then it came down to 89.
Holy Christ!
Yeah, it went up to 100 at one point years ago. It was $99.99. It was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Then it was $89. I think it did come down last year to like $84.99. But
yeah, because back in the day, I used to work also, but I'm a apartment manager now, so I'm back in the job swing, and I work in an apartment community. I work a full-time job, and I take care of my daughter and all that good stuff, and she's about to be 12 this summer.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Hell
yeah.
yeah.
So, I remember back in the day, pay-per-views used to be really cheap, and now they're like not even worth even buying on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, I'll buy WrestleMania only because it is literally impossible. Nobody can see it looks beautiful on cable. It looks beautiful on cable. You can't.
Yeah, well, I agree with you there, but I just bought an 85-inch 8K Sony TV. It's like the picture quality is amazing.
Yeah, man, absolutely. But yeah, you can't get the quality of pay-per-view unless you buy it on pay-per-view. They don't come anywhere near the frame rate. The frame rate is so beautiful on pay-per-view. And no matter what, if you have the best PC, the best internet connection, it literally, you cannot get what the pay-per-view looks like on cable. It looks beautiful.
Yeah. It's because the cable company needs to start broadcasting stuff in 4K, because 80% of people's got 4K TVs now.
Right. Yeah.
Because, HD is good quality, but the cable companies need to start broadcasting in 4K soon.
But I do say, and the thing is, they'll never even get, they didn't even do 1080p forever. Like, they're never going to get to some of that quality. That it's impossible.
Yeah, because when you're watching a movie on Cinemax, the picture's like maybe 50% of the Blu-ray disc.
Right.
Because they're broadcasting the movie from a Blu-ray disc, and it only gives you half of the picture quality on Cinemax or HBO.
Yeah.
Because they're broadcasting it from a Blu-ray disc.
Yeah, man. Even if it's digitally uploaded, it's just not going to be able to stream.
Or that too.
Yeah, it's not going to stream as well. But I mean, you got a good call, man. I appreciate it, Bullfrog. I'm gonna let you go. Good call, man. Thank you. But yeah, man, it's I think people you should support AEW if you can. You should support them on pay-per-view if you can. You should buy things if you can. But if it's $80 or $60 or whatever, I mean, and you can't do it, I mean, what are you going to not watch it? I mean, certainly if you can afford it and you care about how good it looks, you're going to buy it. But it'd be nice if there was a different option. It'd be nice if there was an option for the BR Live app. Maybe it's $39.99, and on pay-per-view, maybe it's $70 or $60. But maybe you could buy it in SD. I could buy it in standard definition, which would still look better than a free stream. And you could buy it in standard definition, and maybe that'd be $19.99. So that way, you can maybe make it affordable for everybody in some way with different perks. And potentially, in the BR app, imagine this. Imagine if you had a HD for $49.99 in HD, and not only that, a live chat on the right where you could chat with people. And then they had exclusive backstage interviews live where you could interact with the wrestlers. Or if you paid an extra $20, you could interact with the wrestlers. Or there could be like a live donation thing, and you could, as long as you donated at least $20, you could say something to the wrestlers, and they would react to it post-show or post-stream or whatever. Dude, why aren't wrestling companies thinking of that type of stuff? I think that's the funny thing is I think people would shell out money for that. I think you could literally have, after every match, the wrestlers in the back doing an interview, and they take the first 20 questions, and it's like $20 to ask a question. You'd see $20 flying at the fucking wrestlers, flying at them. So paying for the pay-per-view, I mean, whatever. So I don't know. It's just I have all these ideas, and I feel like they would do it. But again, just make the make it interactive. Make it, hey, $50 for the pay-per-view. If you do $60, you get the chat enabled. You get these like little features. Maybe you can change camera angles on your own if they could ever come up with something like that. I mean, I know I'm thinking way outside the box right now, but that would be wild. That'd be really cool. And for the first time ever, alternate commentary. Imagine that, just one night only. Like do something like, remember how WWE did the Cyber Monday thing or Cyber Tuesday or whatever the fuck it was called? Do fucking AEW Cyber Control, and you can choose different announce teams. Maybe AEW could reach out to different people in the YouTube community or in the commentative community around the wrestling world and have multiple commentary teams and do it for free, and people can choose who they listen to. It'd be fun to look at the metrics and see what people were clicking on and who they were listening to. Have multiple camera angles, stuff like that. Have the ability to send a message that displays on the side of the ring, like tweets and stuff like that, maybe, or something. I don't know. All these weird ideas. You could even, I don't know, man. Maybe that's stupid, but I don't know. Just thinking, but that's only an event that happens once in a while, or every once in a while they do it live on Dynamite. I don't fucking know. Just I have stupid ideas. Weird interaction show, like once every 6 months they do an interaction show. I don't know. It's kind of weird, Bring back the 900 number. Yeah, that's a good call. I don't know. That could be pretty cool. Could be something.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
What's up, Joe, with your white mayonnaise ass? The black man is pissed off at the white because you never ever had a black AU champion. You yellow cracker pigs will bow down once the black man becomes champion. You whiteys piss on the toilet, you honky bitches.
Jesus. Taking it back for the black. Thanks for the 666. Well, I mean, AEW's never had more than one champion. So, I mean, what are you going to do? They've only had one champion. I think that some people are complaining that they don't have enough black wrestlers. Though I've seen that in little SJW circles, but because AEW promised all this diversity or whatever, so people are angry. Some people, not a lot of people, but some people are. I'm not saying I am. I'm just saying I've seen some of the hate from some people who are mad. Like, oh, what a surprise! All the top guys are the white guys again. And I'm not saying I'm saying that. I'm just saying I'm seeing that in the circles. And they're mad. I don't know. But it's only a small percentage of people. It's not a lot of people saying that. It's just that little, like, tiny group. But they're saying that because AEW virtue signaled to high heaven about diversity and all these things. So, I mean, there's a transsexual there's a trans woman fucking beating the shit out of people right now. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Oh, God. Why is this not reading? Why is this not reading this? Queen Leah, thank you for the donation. But I don't know why it's not reading. How much money someone have to donate for you to stuff a bunch of marshmallows in your mouth on Monetize This? Also, when is the belt on the line? It's coming up soon, man. We're going to announce it soon when I have everything in order. But marshmallows in my mouth, I don't know, man. That's annoying. I have a small mouth. Maybe 200 and I'd do that, I guess. Trailbound in the chat. What up, Trailbound? Booker T's YouTube promotion does the live chat and commentary reads out. Yeah, I've actually donated a couple times. Yeah, I sent them a couple $5 super chats because I enjoyed their commentary and I said, "Hey, good job on the commentary, man." Absolutely. Chubby Bunny. Yeah, you want me to do a Chubby Bunny? That's weird. Give him a big chubby bunny. Yo, Jay Maverick, what's up? What up, Scam Cartoons? Chubby Bunny. SJWs are ruining everything. Even though they are ruining everything, in this case, I kind of like think it's funny because, AEW did kind of announce all these things and say all these virtuous things, and they're not really doing what they kind of said they were going to do. So, which I don't care because I never really believed it. Nor did I think that anything needed to be done other than put the best guys you can on the shows. But they fucking screamed from on high about some things, and now some of those people that expected things are coming for blood. 219, hello.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
What's up, man?
This is Christopher Perez again. I just wanted to see how your wife and kids are doing because this disease from China, man.
Well, Jesus, I hope they're all right. I mean,
like, have you heard about the news? Have you heard it?
No, I know about the virus that's going on. I mean, Leah last night had a cough. She was like, but she's okay now, and the kids are okay. So, yeah, my son had a cold. He's okay. Leah had a cold, and she looks better today, and nobody else has anything yet, so we're good right now. But is there new news, though, that I don't know about?
No, it's just I'm going up to Chicago, I'm going up to Chicago to see this Blackhawks game against your Bruins, man.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
And,
that's a fucking...
Oh, yeah, it's going to be an awesome game, man.
Yeah, original six.
I hope my Blackhawks whoop that booty against your team, bro.
It might happen. I think you guys shit on yourself this year, but you could win.
Oh, yeah, man. I don't know why we got rid of Quinville in the first place anyway, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They were... I don't know. There's a lot of things that need to be done now, but I don't think that needed to be done then. But yeah, I mean, now now you're in rebuilding mode by next year. You have to wait till next year,
Yeah, he got us 3 titles, and we get rid of this guy that gave us 3 championships, man.
You know what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the Red Sox when they got rid of Terry Francona. It's like we got those World Series championships, and then like we had like 1 or 2 seasons, whatever, and then they got rid of him, and they had that whole thing where he lost the clubhouse and stuff like that. So maybe they thought that. Maybe they thought he lost the team or something. I mean, maybe there's something we don't know about because, like you said, otherwise, I mean, the fucking guy won 3 Stanley Cups. Nobody wins in 10 years.
That's what I mean.
Nobody wins fucking 3 Stanley Cups in 10 years, and so there's got to be something else going on, a disagreement. Somebody didn't like something. Something else was going on. There's got to be because it can't just be on. Okay, the last 3 years, have been going a little bit downhill. Now we're gonna get rid of you. Because it took a while for the Bruins to get rid of Claude Julien, and he back to Montreal.
Right.
And he only won. He only got the Bruins 1, and we lost 1. So against you. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't. There's got to be something
crazy,
else,
man. With all Chicago teams, that's how it goes, man. You look at the Bulls, and you see who they got rid of. They got rid of Tom Thibodeau, right?
Yep. Phil Jackson.
Got rid of Tom Thibodeau. They had D. Wade, Jimmy Butler, and Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
Got rid of all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And look what they're doing now. I mean, look what Jimmy Butler's doing now with Miami Heat.
Yeah, I don't know too much about why that trade happened. I know more about the Blackhawks, but it's...
Oh, yeah? Okay.
But yeah,
you're not as much as a NBA fan as you are a hockey fan?
Oh, yeah, big...
You're more of a hockey fan?
I used to be a big NBA... NBA guy, but now I just kind of... I see what goes on a little bit, but I don't really watch. Yeah, I'm more of hockey's like my favorite sport, so it's hockey, baseball, football for me. And I look at NBA a little bit, but I don't get into anything beyond the Celtics. I don't really know too much about anymore.
Yeah, and that's sad news with Kobe.
I watched
the video with Shaquille O'Neal. He was talking on TNT, and he really looked broken up, man.
Yeah, man, that's a guy that you've had problems with, you've gone to war with, and you've loved, and he's been close with, and all that stuff. So yeah, no doubt that was tough for him, man. I mean, I miss Kobe, and I don't even know him. I don't know shit about Kobe. I don't know nothing.
Yeah,
I'm not even a Kobe fan.
It's the same with me.
I hated Kobe.
It's the same with me.
Yeah,
I hate him too. I hated him. I dreaded even seeing him because I'm a Bulls fan. I'm not a Lakers fan. I don't give a damn about the Lakers, but like the Bulls were always number 1 for me, and it's surprising because my favorite player of all time is Ray Allen.
Right.
I love Ray Allen.
I used to love Ray Allen, then I kind of soured on him when he left us.
Yeah. I was going to say I had one question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the NXT Women's Championship just being the NXT Championship like the men's?
I think that it really does confuse things a little bit. It's not about trying to make the women equal. I understand. Like, to me, it is equal. It's the women's version of the championship, and I get trying to make it equal. I mean, maybe you could call it the men's championship and the women's championship, and then it would be equal if that's what they want to do. But right now, I have a hard time now distinguishing I get a little confused when I hear championship. But, I mean, maybe it won't matter.
Yeah,
I think we're going to have to see how it sounds for a few months. And in the end, it may be nothing. It may not matter at all. But, yeah, that's a great question.
They got this whole feminist agenda, and it's too forced.
Yeah.
I don't think they should be doing that, man.
I agree. Just leave it.
How are you
going
to distinguish between the NXT championship? They're both the NXT they're both NXT championships, but one's the men's and one's the women's. Why would you call them both NXT?
Well, what it's going to do is it's going to force you to say that. It's going to force you to say, the men's or the women's. So that if they don't realize it, we're going to be calling it men's and women's now. So that's just what's going to happen because it's going to be confusing. Listen, great call, dude. I'm going to move on. That was a really good call. I really appreciate it. Sorry to cut you off so quick. 928, hello.
Hey, Joe. How you doing, man?
What's up, dude?
Oh, not much. Hey, so there's a couple things that I wanted to comment on, and I guess the first thing is AEW and Ryback. Have you seen Ryback's YouTube channel?
Oh, yeah. I mean, me and Ryback have had our fights in the past, and I used to make fun of him because he couldn't get anybody to watch his shit. But now he's hilarious.
This dude, he's
a fake piece of shit, but he's hilarious.
Well, I don't get why he wants to go on there and deny that he's using roids. I mean, clearly his rants and him yelling throughout every single video. I mean, this guy, he's not only selling boner and dick pills, but he's on roids. We all know that. You're not hiding anything, Ryroid.
Wow. So you really listen, I've had my beef with him, and I'm not the biggest fan of him because I think he's a coward. And I don't mean a physical coward, because I have no doubt that in person he would try to punch my face off, because I've gone up and apologized to him. But I have no doubts that in person he would try to maybe maim me. So I'm not saying he's a coward like that. I know he could probably beat the shit out of me. But my point is he's a coward in the way that he can't accept an apology. He can't talk to me off air or say this or apologize. We can't say sorry to each other. He's just a weird fuck, and he lies about everything. And, Pat Buck ends up coming out and saying that he stole money from him and everything, and then Ryback never thinks, that's Joe Cronin was right. Joe Cronin wasn't lying. Pat Buck was lying. So Ryback says I'm a scumbag and says Pat Buck is great. Now Pat Buck was lying about everything, and Pat Buck's a scumbag. And he also said he's going to get Pat Buck fired from the WWE. But he never thinks, Joe, Joe wasn't lying, I guess. Oops. The guy's a weird fuck.
You know the guy. You know Ryback.
I mean, slightly.
Is that right?
I don't know him that well. I just know I've just had so many interactions with him in so many situations that the dude's a weird guy when it comes to that type of stuff. I mean, think about it. I mean, did you ever see the video of me going up to him and apologizing to him?
No, I didn't see that. I just but I got to tell you, man, I just recently checked out your stuff and so about 3 months ago I tuned into your channel. YouTube recommended it. I like what you saw. And, I previously watched, what's that guy's name? That con man guy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's all right. But,
yeah, I know him, yeah. I've been friends with him. I'm off air.
Yeah, he's all right. So, like I said, I just tuned into you, but I don't know. I also just tuned into Ryback. And, yeah, man, you can tell he's a salesman. He's trying to sell his boner supplements, and they're real. I can't see them working. I just can't. There's Viagra, and he's not going to compete against that industry.
Well, yeah. I mean,
do you want to try? Do you want to try to buy Fat Body Extreme Fat Burner? Feed me more. I mean, do you want to go to Amazon? I mean, do you realize you're on with Ryback right now? Do you even fucking realize what you're saying? Because I have your fucking phone number. I'll find you and I'll squash your fucking head. Finish it. Finish it.
He's so full of shit. His eyes are brown.
You're full of shit. How about that? Why the fuck are you saying I'm full of shit? I'm selling products. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's
you really want to play this game? I don't fucking. I can't believe you just called me and said this. I really am getting pissed off right now. Really, you're making me mad right now. Seriously, I'm going to fuck you up for real.
No, but you should look up Ryback versus Joe Cronin and look up Jim Cornette versus Joe Cronin. You'll find some fun stuff. It'll be a good time for you.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I don't want to say these. But I appreciate the call. I had to let you go. I'm sorry I cut you off. I thought you were done. But hey, listen, man. I appreciate that you found me in the last 3 months, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to have you, and I hope you stick around. There's going to be a lot of shit going down. But I really appreciate that. I'm not prepared to say stuff like that, though. Ryback's on roids or something like that. I mean, that's the caller. I'm not going to say that something like that. I don't know if we can really prove that. We don't know that. That's alleged. I think his supplements are whatever, like every other supplement. Maybe it will work for you. There's some stuff in there that will work for you, won't work for you. Do your research on, what they're putting in the product. I've had people say that they love the product and that it worked for them. I've had a lot of people say that they didn't notice, and then I've had some people say it was disgusting. I've had many different people give me reviews of Ryback stuff. So it's really, I guess it's up to you. Make your own decisions. I'm not going to put down anybody's product. That's what he does. He's a good salesman, I think, and he looks like a beast. But yeah, he could be on. I mean, who knows what he's doing? I'm not sure, but I'm not ready to go there. I'm just talking about him personally. He's made some weird decisions, like talking shit and then blocking me, and then not being able to be like, let's talk about this. Whatever the fuck. Especially back when I was destroying in views compared to him. It's like I was trying to help him with stuff. I mean, now he probably couldn't give a shit, but back then, I would have helped him. And I wish I had had the chance to help him because I thought we'd be funny together, to be honest. But either way, it's no big deal. I don't even have a problem. But yeah, he's a weird guy. He's a funny guy, though. He is funny. He's funny as fuck. And I recommend you watch some of his stuff because it's funny. You should check it out. It's kind of funny. There's a lot of funny moments with that guy. Absolutely hilarious stuff from the guy. But yeah, I mean, maybe something's weird about it, and maybe something will get investigated. I don't know. But to me, I mean, I don't know anything about that stuff. I couldn't tell you. I'm no expert on whether supplements are good, real, fake, false. I'm not doing any, I say do your own fucking research on shit and see if you like it and see if it's worth it, and you'll come to some conclusion. But I'm not going to put down the guy's product. I mean, I joke about him and joke about it. It's funny, but I'm not going to actually sit here and bash a guy's income and what he works on for his livelihood. Could be a great product. I don't know. I'm not going to do that.
But I will fuck you in the ass.
We have a special Ryback call. This is crazy. I can't believe it. This is wild right now. Let's see if we can get it here. Remember when he wanted to fire Pat Buck from the WWE? Listen to this. Oh, I'm sorry. That's JB.
The last time you talked to Pat,
I sent him a message and just personally let him know the other day that I'm going to personally get him fired when I'm fucking healthy if he doesn't get fired before that, and enjoy the ride short term that he's up there. So, and I know his buddy wants to say you're supposed to be a motivational speaker and be positive. I am, but I'm also, I don't put up with little bitches, and I'm a fighter at the end of the day. And if a guy's going to run his mouth, and Pat was running his mouth to other promoters, speaking ill of me, that I'm an asshole and that I'm horrible to work with, all I say is ask any promoter I've ever worked for what the story was, and you're not the proof.
It's just weird that you would say, like, I'm personally going to get you fired. Like, that's fucked up. Like, you have a beef with somebody, even if they're a scumbag to you, like, you just admitted on air, I'm personally going to get you fired. Like, if he gets fired for something fucking weird or whatever the case is, I guarantee you he's going to try to sue Ryback in court with that clip. That's weird. I don't like.
The last time you talked to Pat.
Fuck your kids, I guess.
The last time you talked to Pat,
I sent him a message and just personally let him know the other day that I'm going to personally get him fired when I'm fucking healthy if he doesn't get fired before that, and enjoy the ride short term that he's up there. So, and I know his buddy wants to say you're supposed to be a motivational speaker and be positive.
Yeah, Ryback don't care about that. I mean, let's face it. Remember the day that he told me to be positive?
You need to be fucking positive with your platform. You shouldn't be saying shit about people like that. Listen, I appreciate your apology. I accept it. Okay, whatever, blah, blah.
And then the next day he said, I hope Joe Cronin dies in a pit of spikes. I hope Joe Cronin dies. I want to see him murdered. Like, you said that the next day after yelling at me about being positive over a joke. I made a joke and you flipped out on me, and then you told me to be positive, but then told me to die. Like, what the biggest contradictions from that guy. But God bless his ass. God bless his big, muscly, fucking, I don't think steroided ass, like the caller thought. And I think his products are probably pretty good. Who knows? You don't fucking know. Could be great.
Feed me more. Finish it. Fat Body Extreme on Amazon. Check it out.
I love plugging his product. I hope somebody buys a product because of me. I really do. and tries it out and then comes back and lets the JCS community know what they thought about it. It'd be nice. Go for it. I'm down.
Bend the fuck over.
Oh, Ryback and JD, what are you guys doing here?
Bend the fuck over.
But no, he still didn't want to do that.
Yeah, because nothing he was saying was logical.
Oh my god, I'm crying. Spaz Phoenix.
JD would be Ryback's prison wife.
Oh my god.
Get down. Shut up.
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing to me, bro?
Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. What's your name? Wait, tell me what's your name.
My name is JD.
Shut the fuck up.
But you told me.
Shut up.
Oh.
Bend over. I want you to bend the fuck over.
My cat's on my lap, though. I don't want to bend over.
Shut up and bend over.
Okay. Oh my god, my ass! My ass! What are you doing to my ass?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shell shock. Finish it.
Oh my god, don't finish it. Please don't finish it.
I'm gonna finish it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking die right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Jesus Christ. That is one of the most sadistic bunghole touches I've ever heard in my entire life, I got to tell you. I got to tell you guys. And listen, I got to give one more special shout out before I wrap up here to Junebug. Listen, if you love what we do here on the show, please think about becoming a patron. You can become a patron for $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. There's a whole bunch of patrons who are $25 and above patrons, and shout out to them for doing that. You get 30 hours of bonus content on Patreon. Think about becoming one. You guys keep my shows going. You keep me doing these things as much as I do them. And not only that, but you get a bunch of bonus content that you can't hear on YouTube. So, I mean, it's worth it, I would think. Ask anybody who's been a patron for the most part. I don't think many people will say it's not good. I had a lot of $25 patrons and a lot of people who have really supported, and I want to thank them for that, especially you guys in the $25 and above category. Had a couple people drop off, so we definitely have room for some new people to try that out. You'll have your name put down at the bottom in the description box for the entire month when you become a $25 producer. And we could use some more producers over there now, so check it out. Although, actually, you know something? Wait until tomorrow. Wait until February, because you don't want to be double charged. So wait until February if you can. You don't have to, but I don't think you want to be double charged. So wait until February. Wait until February. Thanks to everybody who's become a patron, who's been listening to the shows, who's been calling in. I really appreciate the feedback. And to everybody in the chat, too, for being badass tonight. I was trying to have some fun with you guys, or some of the trolls earlier tonight. I thought we had some fun with that. Some name calling and some fuckery. I like it. I like fucking around a little bit. I'm down with it, man. Bring it on. We had a little members-only test. That was cool. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you. And I will see you tomorrow night for Out of Nowhere, live at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. If you guys want to hear non-wrestling content from me, you got to go over to my other YouTube channel. Subscribe to my other YouTube channel for all my non-wrestling content. So much other shit to talk about over there. The Illuminati's coming to kill our animals, guys. I'm telling you. The goddamn Illuminati's killing our fucking animals! Over on Corrupted Nation. That's my other YouTube channel. It's down below, linked as well, in case you don't know how to spell. Check that out. Go over there. Subscribe to that. We're live over there on Tuesday nights, and we're live over there on Friday nights for Monetize This. And then I'm live over there randomly in the day with Q&A streams many times. And then plus news videos and stuff like that put up over there also. But all the wrestling stuff is right here, as it's always been for the last 8 years. And a bunch of shit's on Patreon. So blah, 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 blah. I think I got everything I could say. Where's S.Dollar with that rap? Give me that S.Dollar. Give me that S.Dollar rap. Where's that Christmas rap? Do I have it? I don't think I have it. I don't know, man. Well, maybe I do have it. Here it is. See you guys tomorrow.
Monetize this. Count that joke. Fridays at 11. Joke Cronin. Keep counting that cash, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, let me start with saying this. You wanna mess with Joe? You must have a fucking death wish to get wrapped up, tape mouth tossed in a ditch. I don't give a fuck, dumb fuck, you know what time it is. That's that homie, yeah, the road that gets lonely. All these fake fucks acting hard, trust me, they are phonies. In this other fucking faggot, he reminds me of a maggot. If I ever see the cake boy, I'm turning him into a faggot. I'ma keep my balls sagging, that's that, I keep it banging. Whipping it up, movie you're making, spitting five up in Jamaican. Just get less about your stories and the way you talk is boring. 20% of them in the jazz getting drunk or doing Tony's. Tell that faggot Scott, come here, boy, nibble on the top. Tell that faggot, young Republican, I see him's getting shot. And for everybody, yes, you know we ain't gonna make it pop. It's just a matter of time. We're all gonna be sitting at the top. Play a what? Yeah, everybody love Joe Cronin, but before the fame, nobody ever noticed. Now he's on top, where he belongs, making shows almost every night, hours long, drinking whiskey and always banging songs. Joe's got a following that you cannot clone, so tune in almost every night and get ready. Hope you're ready for a fight. I try and give this man a chance, but man, he absurd. And I don't gotta say much, man, only one word. You a fake, running, telling like the Jake. Man, you a snake, trust me, I'ma eat your cake. I'ma clean your plate, man, I got faith that I'll see you one day, trust me, man, it's only fate. You want attention? You got attention. Now run and tell your faggot friends all that you gotta mention. You already know the mission. You must have power pissing, and we don't change the mission. I know that you're hoping, wishing for Joe to burn down like we're shooting Hell's Kitchen. But we as real as it gets, we got revolutionary vision. You just a fake and phony, trust me, goof, your time is ticking. And I don't gotta hope it happens, you should be committed. Cause you can see the patterns of the rat when he's timid. And you don't gotta ask, cause you know me and Joe are with it. Yeah, everybody love Joe Cronin, but before the fame, nobody ever noticed. Now he's on top, where he belongs, making shows almost every night, hours long, whiskey, and always banging songs. Joe's got a following that you could not clone, so tune in almost every night and get ready. Hope you're ready for a fight. Better recognize, better analyze. It's that dollar motherfucker I terrorize. From to your block, homie, I see those panicked eyes. I'm always prepared, me I always strategize.
Yes, Dot is right. I put up a fight, that's why I choke your mom's puss with my cock all night. Yeah, you heard it right, JCS in sight, but it disappeared, JD fucks his own cat at night. So many fucking fakes always fucking turn on me. I build them up, then they hate, try to murder me. But they bringing guns, yeah, they bringing hands. I'm bringing fucking bombs to annihilate your brand. Got a foul stench, got a stupid mouth. Keep it up, faggot, I might have to knock you out. They keep running mouths, bullets running out. I'm aiming at these motherfuckers with my dick like loud.
Everybody love Joe Cronin, but before the fame, nobody ever noticed. Now he's on top, where he belongs, making shows almost every night, hours long, drinking whiskey and always banging songs. Joe's got a follow it.
All right, this guy keeps calling over and over and over again, and I keep just not taking the call, but fine. You're on the air. What's up?
Yes, Joe, yes. Come on. Yep. Hello, am I on the air?
Yep.
Am I on the air? It's me. It's me, Arnold, yes.
Schwarzenegger.
Come on, I want to talk about I wanted to tell you that I no longer listen to your program because of the bad words you said the other day. It was absolutely despicable.
What? What bad? Dude, what bad? Arnold, I'm not saying bad words.
Word. Yes, you did. You know what you said. You said a racist word. You said a racist thing.
No, I didn't. I don't think so, bro.
Why do you say these racist things? Why do you say these racist things?
I'm not saying racist things, Arnold. Arnold, I'm not doing that.
Go anyway. Do you want to hang up on me?
No, I do.
You know, you said the bad word. You said to get down with the sand.
Oh,
come on,
why
did you say sand?
Oh, stop. What the hell, Arnold? Dude, seriously, bro? Dude, listen, I never said that. And if I did say that, I was muting myself. I muted myself. Nobody on the air heard that whatsoever, dude.
It doesn't matter if you muted it. You know you said it. You said sand.
Oh, my God.
I hope you fuck yourself.